Grant. All right, now we're live again. Sending data. Connect. All right, we're connecting on Twitch, Facebook, X, Rumble. Oh, come on, YouTube, and bam.
I fixed it. There we go. All in a day's work. Sometimes the guy's got to put on his IT hat on and help people out. It's all right. It's all right, little peasant boy.
Hold on, you help people out? No.
When a hero comes along.
All right, let's go. So let's check
the
streams real quick. Let's check the streams real quick, Grant. Grant. Are you listening? I was
going to say I was frozen.
Grant. All right, post. Got that. Repost. Like. Pin. Time to pin it to the profile, Grant. Going to pin it to the profile, Grant.
Nobody cares. Just do it.
I just did it. Oh, no. We can't get our 3 listeners we had earlier back on.
Oh, man.
No.
Sorry.
All right, something like that. Let me share it. Live now. Share now. Cool. That's what I'm talking about.
It's our first time we're live on Facebook.
Yeah. Looking good. Looking good, Grant.
Did you say good?
I said good. Looking good, Grant. All right. Yeah, we're live on Facebook. Let me go to let me get our YouTube link and share that on X. Grant. We're on our pre-podcast episode live on YouTube. Oh my God. Why are you so quiet?
I'm frozen.
No, you're not. You're just being fucking lame.
Nah, dude. I'm ready.
You have nothing to talk about.
Because I'm ready for you to show the fucking trailers.
I mean, do you have anything else to talk about?
What do you want me to talk about? You want me to make
something up? Oh my God,
up?
just fucking say something while I'm doing all this.
Well,
you're just like, oh, I'm fucking... I can't talk.
Come on, man. That hurts my feelings. Why are you trying to hurt my feelings on this Good
Zero
Friday?
Personality in this podcast.
Why are you trying to hurt my feelings on this
Good
Friday?
Podcast.
I know. Nobody cares.
Well, say something.
I'm talking to you, Corky.
Golly, dude. Straight garbage. You are straight garbage.
No, man, you're hurtful. This is an abusive relationship.
Straight garbage. Straight trash.
Shut up. Nobody cares what you think.
Okay, so we're live on everything.
Good.
We're live on everything, Grant.
Let's go.
Okay, well, let me all right, I got that YouTube link out.
Yeah,
let me do the Facebook link out, maybe?
No.
Do I want to do the Facebook link out? Grant, do I want to do that Facebook?
Just don't do your face like that.
So share. Do I want to share? Oh, copy link. There we go. Going to post that on X for the first time, Grant.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. Somebody should lift you off and carry you off the field like Rudy.
They should, actually.
They can't lift you up.
They should. They should.
They can't lift you. You're fat.
Look at that. Live on Facebook, Grant. Ooh.
How many viewers we got? 1?
We got 8 right
8?
now.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
8. We got 8. It'll pick up in a little bit. We always have a slow start. Watch like Facebook's like blocking everything. You're canceled. Yeah. Page deleted.
No. It's gonna be like
all right. All right. So yeah, we're good on that Facebook, big dog. Oh man.
No,
I'm pretty excited about that.
I carried us across the finish line.
No, you didn't. You didn't do a damn thing. No, you didn't.
No, I did.
You didn't do a damn thing on Facebook.
I put you on my shoulders and I went across that finish line for you.
It was all my work on Facebook. I got us over 1,000 followers.
You did. I'll say that.
All mine. All me.
You do. Just because you're the only one on Facebook.
Yeah. All right. So let me tweet this out. Quote. Tweet. Oh, no, I didn't mean to repost that.
God,
I mean to repost that, Grant.
You're such an amateur at social media.
Episode 96 is live.
What are we gonna do for episode 100?
I don't know, man. What do you think? We talk Daredevil. Daredevil Born Again. You know what I mean? Season 1, hashtag, and gaming news. Gaming news. And top 10 list. Random game roulette. Oh, yeah. That random game roulette, dog.
What?
I said roulette. Indie games. I got some indie games I'm going to show, Grant. Okay. Oh, buddy.
That's good.
Game trailer reactions. Oh, my goodness, dude. I'm writing an essay here. Hashtag gaming. Hashtag gaming podcast. Ooh, look at that typing, boy. Hashtag Daredevil. Born Again. Hashtag. I don't know. What else can I hashtag? Gaming news.
Your head's moving like you got Tourette's. I'm just
God, you're not saying anything there. You're like, welcome. I'm quiet. I'm just gonna be quiet.
I'm waiting for you.
Zero
Zero
value added. That's what you are. You're just a fucking dud.
Look, man, when you carry
straight dud.
I'm tired from carrying all this weight across the finish line.
Straight dud.
So I'm tired, man. Sometimes
straight dud.
Sometimes when you carry this podcast for almost a year, your shoulders get tired.
Oh, someone else called us a gooner. Gooner.
Did they really?
All right. So what are you waiting for, Grant?
Well, now you've piqued my interest of somebody else. Somebody else. Where?
What are you waiting on, Grant? You waiting for them trailers?
No. Who called us a gooner?
I think it was the last guy, maybe.
Oh.
Okay. I'm trying to enter this next subject here.
Let's go. I'm ready.
You ready for them trailers?
Yeah. This isn't the podcast, by the way. This is the
who
podcast.
Said that on Twitter.
Nobody's listening to you.
All right, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
You ready? Good. Ready to see some game trailers? All right. Anyway, so before we start the actual podcast,
let's explain to the new Facebook people.
I am. Okay. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
I know, but you tell stories. I'm trying to get you to get to the point. Gather around the campfire, kids. For the
okay. Anyway, so what we're doing is this first part of the podcast. We're going to play trailers because they're not audio friendly, and then we're actually going to get into the podcast. I took Grant off the screen because he's annoying, worthless fuck. So let's bring him back in. Welcome back, you annoying, worthless fuck.
Now, why is my poster different than yours?
That's because someone stepped on yours.
Somebody
disrespected that.
Somebody
poster.
Was doing the bachata on it.
Yeah. All right.
It looks like.
Let's do some trailers. But anyway, welcome to the Disgruntled Middle-Aged Gamers podcast. All right, let's get some trailers going. Oh my gosh.
That's not me. That was me. That was I'm sorry. I forgot.
Stop
how it sounds.
Doing that shit.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Why do you keep tapping your table?
All right, because
you got like a weird twitch going on there?
No. Because I'm usually making notes, and usually when I'm between making notes, I tap it. I'm sorry. I forgot that it picks up in the mic, and you think somebody's.
All right, I'm about to click that button again.
Go ahead, dude. Let's go.
All right,
we've wasted 8 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah, because we had to get everything started.
I know. I know.
Yeah. Be better now. There we go. All right.
Where
do we start? Let's start.
Good God, how many trailers do we have?
Shit ton, dude. This is gonna be a long beginning.
Okay.
But well, I can always just pick and choose, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you sure can.
It's been 67 years since the world broke apart. 67 years since Lumiere was flung into the sea. 67 years since she appeared and painted her first number. Expedition after expedition have tried to stop her. Idealists, fighting for the future of Lumiere. Academics, obsessed with the secrets of the monolith. And those poor souls who just want their deaths to mean something. None have ever returned. And neither will I. But at least I'll have seen something of this world. Seen what lies outside the domes of Lumiere. I'll have walked the path of all the expeditions who came before us. Tomorrow, the paintress will wake. And tomorrow, We sail into the unknown. Even if we fail, we lay the trail for those who come after. We are Expedition 33.
You know who does the voice for him, though, don't you?
Who?
Charlie Cox, Daredevil.
Yep. Dude, this game.
It's gonna be awesome.
This game is like it's also only $50.
Wow, what is this? $19.99?
It's $49.99. That's how much the game's going to cost. But I mean, this game is ramping up to be like it has to be epic. Like it has to be.
I think it's gonna be
awesome.
Good.
Like there's everything we've seen points to it being at bare minimum a 9 out of 10 game, 10 out of 10 game.
It's gonna be good to play a turn-based again.
Yeah, like the revolution in the revolution of turn-based RPGs. Yeah. This is what it is. This is the first one.
We hope.
I mean, I don't see anything else that says no, it's not going to be.
You think Squaresoft will final? No, they won't.
No,
they'll just do another remaster.
Square Enix is done.
They'll just do another remake.
They're finished unless they completely clean house. All right, let's keep going.
Or bring everybody out of retirement.
Yeah. Let's do. Oh, here we go.
You were right. The winds are changing. They've grown dissonant.
It was the 77th year.
Call of Duty, dude.
Dawn of the Composer War.
Destiny.
The day of Malak's fall. And my eyes adapted to the dark.
A great sword guards the city, and it faces every way.
Another bird falls from its nest. Then come and let us have words. 100 kingdoms could not stop what is coming.
If you do this, you shall never see rest, save to strip the dead.
So be it.
Belial, the villain. He does not come but to kill, steal, and destroy. This burden is now yours.
Wish list on Steam.
That's gonna be a good game.
That's gonna be good, dude. It's gonna be good. All those guys coming from all those different studios to make this.
It's either gonna be really good or really bad, because they could have got all the bad people from the studio.
No, you already can tell it's gonna be good.
Nah, it's gonna be a good game.
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going, big dog. Before we start the podcast, let's not play that one. Oh, here we go.
There we go. I can see it from here.
No, you sure can. So that's
Is this like a Metroidvania Ninja Gaiden?
yeah, like you said.
That's tight.
It's 2 characters.
Interesting.
I didn't know it was 2 characters until I saw this.
Until you counted 2 characters.
Well, but it's kind of cool, like how
tight.
you can change in middle game. All right, that looks cool. I ain't gonna lie. Good old fashioned Metroidvanias. Oh, we got to play this, dude. We got to play it. All right.
Focus your attention. What do you see?
Giant. Sleeping.
Again.
Animals. Fighting.
Again.
Stay focused. Stay cautious.
Such is our calling.
You almost fried there. Good thing I was around. Traveler.
I like that. That's a different game. I like that.
Man, that's kind of like feels like a little Dead Space in Resident Evil.
Yeah, a little bit. Like
But
which Resident Evil?
there's
though?
some type of time mechanic in there.
Resident Evil Revelations.
No. Game looks good, dude.
Yeah, those are good.
Chronos, The New Dawn. Coming this year. Man, this year, dude.
It's gonna be stacked.
This year is stacked with good games. Do I want to... I think that's it. No, I'm not going to do that. Do we want to do the Fantastic Four trailer?
No, we can do
No.
that. We can do it during the. Do you want to do it now, or do you want to do it during the?
Or do we
podcast?
want to break it down during the podcast?
That's fine. We can do that.
Yeah, let's break it down during the podcast.
All right.
All right, so let me stop sharing. All right, Grant, you ready for that podcast, buddy?
Let's do it.
You ain't ready for the podcast. I just that reaction just tells me you ain't ready.
What would you want to do? Cut a backflip?
Yeah.
You think I
That'd
can
be
cut a
pretty cool,
backflip?
actually.
No,
Fuck no.
Exactly.
All right, let's start the podcast. Bye.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Grant Rolling here with the DMG Gaming Podcast, and as always, I am joined by the man who's also prices are the same at $4.99, $4.99. That is my boy Ed Phillips. What up, my boy?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, that's how much you're worth. You're worth
$4.99.
Shit.
Your best friend. Is that how
That's
much
it.
your best friend's worth? Damn.
Even with a that's with the coupon code though.
Anyway, like I said, you're not ready for this podcast. All right, let's go
coupon
down the doc.
code. Coupon
let's
code.
shitty fucking introduction. Don't ever do that again.
Worthless. It's the
Straight-
coupon code.
Horrible introduction to this podcast by putting down your friend like that.
Coupon code is worthless for another $1 off. Free
All right.
shipping.
You ready to go over the docket? How about you shut the fuck up and let me go over the docket?
Go over the docket, man.
All right. All right, we're going to have gaming news, of course, like always. We got a lot of gaming news actually today. We're going to give our Daredevil Born Again Season 1 review. All right. We want to talk a little bit about RuneScape Dragon Wilds. It's in early access on Steam today. And we're also going to go over a lot of Kickstarter indie games that I've been seeing on X.
There's been a lot of
good ones, dude.
Yeah, really.
A lot of good ones coming out. I mean, this whole year is going to be stacked. Like with your AAA games, all those awesome games coming out.
Have you seen a year like this?
It's been a while.
It has been.
I mean, last year, no. I mean, it was good. There were some good games last year, but this year is just one after another.
Yeah.
And we got one next week, which is Expedition 33. 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐷𝐿. All right. We got a Disgruntled Gamer rant, as usual, our top 10 list, which we'll reveal later, and a random game roulette. Ready to get going? You got anything to say?
I'm not ready for that random game roulette. Is that what you're about to ask me?
You ain't even ready for the gaming news, brother. You ain't ready.
We'll see. Did you call me brother like Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, I did. All right. Let's share our X, and let's go over some news of the gaming verse. You like that? Gaming verse? I made that up.
Yeah.
God. Should have minimized your screen. Anyway. All right. So let's go over our bookmarks.
People just saw Donald Trump and canceled the podcast.
I want to talk about this subreddit later. Okay, here we go. All right. Let me blow that up. I'm not gonna play the video or audio for this, but all right, the Division 2, which has been out for ever.
Yeah.
It's on like season fucking 16 or something like that. I mean, these games are fun when they first release, but they get kind of repetitive and I mean, especially after several years of it being out.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of boring. But supposedly Ubisoft's dropping a DLC, just like they just did a patch for Skull and Bones to have land combat, and then also we're about to go over a DLC for Star Wars Outlaws that they dropped also. So what is up? Why is don't get me wrong, I like the Division 2. I think it's actually a fun game. But what is up with Ubisoft continuously having these small little patches on these games that hardly anyone's playing anymore?
They're going to do a DLC for the first Assassin's Creed next.
Like Skull and Bones. There's like 500 fucking people playing it on Steam right now. That's it.
I feel
even
like
after the patch.
I feel like they're just doing things to buy the time for whenever they're either get fired or...
And then they got a DLC for Outlaws, which is, I mean, they barely have that even... at 100% right now. When it comes to
the game's not even any good.
Gameplay and everything. And that game didn't sell well. Skull and Bones didn't sell pretty much at all.
Oh boy.
Division 2 was good. It had good sales, good. And it still has a pretty faithful player base too. So I'd give them that. I mean, I don't mind a DLC for Division 2. I'll actually play that. I'll go back and actually play it. But have you played any of the Division games?
It's been a while. It's been a long time.
I mean, they're like shooter RPGs. They have a lot of RPG mechanics, which makes it kind of fun because you have like tier. You can make gear and stuff like that. Craft gear, craft tier sets, and it has a very good looking landscape. Like when it comes to the game. But this one's I'm okay with. I'll take the DLC. But when you come to like focus on Skull and Bones and like the Outlaws, which is Star Wars Outlaw, which hardly anyone's fucking playing anymore, and a DLC doesn't jump out and be like, oh wow, yeah, I'm gonna come back and play this game.
Well, to be fair, this game was made in the golden age of Ubisoft.
Yeah, it kind of was, wasn't it?
Yeah. So,
I mean, good. How long has this Division 2?
Maybe here's the thing is maybe they made this a long time.
5 years.
Maybe they made this a long time ago and they buried it like a time capsule and they just opened it recently.
It's 5 years. 5 years it's been out.
That's what it is. That's what they did. I just solved the mystery for you. Encyclopedia Brown over here. You remember that show?
Yeah. But whatever. I mean, I'd take it. But I was expecting them to maybe. I mean, they already stopped working on Heartlands. That was going to be the new Division game. They scrapped that, and now they're going to a DLC for a 5-year-old game. It would have been good to have this DLC like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, because this game has only had one DLC. It's like the Warlords of New York or something like that, and a bunch of seasons. But Battle for Brooklyn coming out here April 23rd. Wow. 5 more days?
I like to go with my theory. My theory sounds more realistic.
What's that?
That they made it 5 years ago and then they buried it like a time capsule.
Oh, you think they made it and then just didn't complete it yet?
Or this is what
I don't think it was 5 years ago. I think it was like 3 years ago. They were in the process of making this.
Or they were cleaning out the closet. They're like, "Hey, what is this?" And they found an old computer with this stored on there. They're like, "Oh, what is? Here, look."
Do you think they have people now ever since that Tencent deal? Do you think they have consultants from Tencent? Like,
I'm sure
telling them why the fuck haven't you released this DLC yet?
I'm sure. I'm sure they have consultants for literally everything.
I mean, it's not just this recent deal. I'm talking about Tencent's been a part of Ubisoft for like several years now.
Yeah,
4 years now. When they bought 49.9% of the Claremont Brothers Limited fucking company.
Well, ever since you've noticed that Ubisoft has been releasing a lot more stuff ever since they've
been kind of going at it here. Like
whenever they give them that 1.4 billion.
Do you think they wanted to get this stuff out quickly as possible while they had the personnel to do it?
Yeah, this could be a this
could be a grand opus of what's about to drop here.
What is it? What do they call it?
Whenever a lot of people getting fired.
A liquidation sale. Whenever your store's about to close.
Yeah,
could be. You'll know if this game's incomplete. You'll know it's got a lot of glitches.
Well, this game's will be fine. The DLC. I mean, this has been out forever. This game's pretty much that has hardly any bugs at all. But it's just a weird time. 5-year-old game to release DLC after 4 years ago when the last DLC dropped. It's just fucking weird.
It may be different if it was like Fortnite, a game that's been popular over time. You know what I mean? Like consistently.
I mean, it's not near that big, but it does have a faithful following.
But you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's like you haven't heard anything about it, and then 5 years later they just drop a DLC.
It's just wild, dude. Wild. I don't want to show this yet. Exodus, we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about this. So Star Wars or Disney themselves, man, they dropped like a bunch of news. They dropped a lot of movies they're working on, and some good, some no one's going to fucking care about.
Did that woman finally quit, or did she pull a Wolf of Wall Street and say, "I'm not leaving"?
Dude. So it's been off and on with. Oh, you talking about Kathleen Kennedy?
Yeah, I'm not leaving.
I don't know, dude. Like, but anyway, so a Mandalorian and Grogu movies dropping on next May, which I don't mind this. I mean, the season 3 was kind of like, well, what the hell was that? But if they can kind of go back to what season 1 and 2 gave us, it'll probably be pretty good.
What, you don't want to see Lizzo and Jack Black?
No. If they bring Lizzo and Jack Black in this damn movie, nope. That's a 1 out of 10 for me.
Where were they? What was their title?
They were like some king and queen of this fucking world, dude. And they were just stupid. Like, the characters were stupid. The episode was stupid. And it just ruined the entire season. Like, it was just dumb. And then they stopped focusing on the Mandalorian, and they brought in this other Mandalorian, this other girl that kind of captured the spotlight. And it was just, I don't know, man.
All this after they fired Gina Carano, the hottest girl in the world.
Yeah. Oh, buddy. All right, here we go. I want to talk about, our old pal Rhino. Assassin's Creed Shadows continues to grow, attracting more players in its first 4 weeks than Origins and Odyssey. Where's the numbers? What are you talking about?
What numbers?
How do you make a freaking statement like this when anyone but these outside sources have been telling us this? Like, I have not seen Assassin's Creed Shadows account or Ubisoft say, here are the numbers.
They know the numbers.
Yeah, they said, 3 million players about a couple weeks ago. Man, there's not 3 million players now, I can tell you that.
How many people are currently playing this game?
On Steam, it's 10,000.
Yeah, and if that's 20% of the base,
we're not getting into that. These guys, they they're very flimsy. They don't just give us the sales. Don't give me the U.S. sales. Give me the global sales.
Correct.
All right. For some reason, everyone shifted the goalposts when this game came out. That now we're going by U.S. sales only.
Yeah.
By gauging a game.
Next, it'll be like, well, it sold 3 million in Colorado.
Yeah. Anyway, well, here we go. I want to show this. Here we go. Origins and Odyssey, 40 million players each.
Go ahead and read it, friend. Go ahead and read it.
I'm not reading that.
Why the hell did you download the French version?
I don't know. It's the first thing I saw bookmarked. But anyway, so like, I get these games of 40 million. They've been out for a while, but why are you bringing up these numbers? No one cares about these numbers. They're old games. We want to see Assassin's Creed Shadow numbers.
Exactly. 40 million Jews.
Why do you keep bringing up these, like... What do you say? What do you say?
I mean, am I the only one that understands this here?
No. All right, let's keep going. Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh. Gooner alert.
All right. So, Marvel Rivals...
You're such a gooner. Ed, you're such a gooner. You're such a gooner for showing
Guess what they got coming inbound? Guess what they got coming inbound?
Such a
pervert. They got a swimsuit special. Shut up.
Oh, God.
Shut up.
You make me sick.
All right. So they got a swimsuit special. God, I can't talk now. Horrible co-host. Horrible.
You're the one that's perverted over here. God, right. Such a gooner.
But anyway, so they have a swimsuit special. They got a special coming out, Grant, that they're going to have skins, swimsuit skins. All right. What do you think about?
The mods are going to have fun with this one.
Oh God, dude, they already have. They already done it. Like it's already out there.
Golly.
Like this is nothing compared to what the mods are.
It's crazy. It's crazy how China knows exactly what sells for this game. Every time they hit a home run, every time. It's like 1929 Babe Ruth. As soon as they get up to bat, they're putting it out of the park.
Yeah. All right. So swimsuit coming soon. Oh, here it is. Here's the Star Wars Outlaws, the Pirates' Fortune on May 15th.
This is what they were working on when their stocks were crashing.
Yeah, embark on a mysterious adventure with Kay and Nix to explore the 𝐾𝐨 system and learn what it takes to be a true leader. All right, so
how about make a new game?
Like no one wanted a DLC for this game.
Nobody wanted the original.
It's
game.
over. It's done. It's done. You're not really getting anyone new with this game or with this DLC. You're going to just get your guys who just shill over it.
Who did you say? Oh, your buddy Cam Baker.
Cam Baker liked this game. We'll talk about this when we get into our Kickstarters. This one too. Ooh. So this is April 25th. The Days Gone remaster comes out.
What you gonna do, man? What you gonna do, man? You got a conundrum.
𝐿 first. Expedition 33. I'm gonna play that first. And then I'll move on after I'm done with that.
So you sure you have it scheduled out?
I'm not even starting the new game right now. I'm playing like these little, stupid one-player games that are like
you don't
arcade.
Want to get sucked into something.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for 𝐿 and I'm going to play that until I beat it, and then I'll move on.
You have something coming for this for a opening box opening? Is it you have something for 𝐿?
No.
What do you
not
have?
for 𝐿? I got it for. I got the collector's edition for Death Stranding 2.
Yes, okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to come in. We're going to do an unboxing for that.
And then you have an unboxing for the Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering.
Nice.
Edition.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
You pulled out one-on-one Cloud. I'll come help you celebrate.
All right.
You got to give me half the money, though, just from watching.
But yeah, so this Days Gone Remastered 25th of April coming out. Hands for the PS5 Pro, which I got. Grant got. He hasn't even opened his yet.
I just like to look at it. I like to use it as decor.
Next piece of news. So Grum's. All right, I don't agree with this. All right, making a deliberately tough game easy means making a different game. It fundamentally alters the design. Not all games need to be hard, but for some, it's integral to the experience. I would have agreed with this a few years ago. when when we had the first few set of Dark Souls
before Elden Ring.
We know those games are supposed to be hard back then. But tough games are designed to test what PC Gamer said. Tough games are designed to test the patience and mastery. Making them easy undermines the purpose. I don't agree with that.
No, I don't either.
I don't agree with that. The reason I don't agree with it is because for some reason, this studio that just made the first Berserker Kazan had an easy and normal mode. The easy mode is actually still challenging, but it's not ridiculous. Okay? They were actually able to pull it off in the first Berserker Kazan. And it still makes the game actually fun. It's not like, they make it so easy that you can it's an automatic win. You know what I mean? Like
it's not like the new Dragon Quest remaster where you can literally put it on the easiest setting and you can't die.
I would say it's on par with some Dark Souls games though, dude. Even the easy mode. The normal mode is very challenging. I would put it on par with some of the Elden Ring, Shadow of Erdtree bosses. Normal mode. But they were able to actually have a difficulty setting in a Souls game like that. And they actually were successful. I think it's if they don't put it, it doesn't matter. It's going to be up to the gamer how they choose to play the game.
And
having a setting
with like a drum set, beating Elden Ring with a drum set.
Yeah, but I don't agree with this. I think if you make a Souls game that's designed to be hard, if you have a difficulty setting on it, fine. It doesn't matter. I don't think it's a big deal.
It's like the same people who are complaining about Path of Exile. No, it's difficult. It's too hard.
Yeah, but then it got super easy.
Yeah,
because you got stronger. You got
exactly.
Gear. I mean, it's just like, it's difficult at first, but you get used to the bosses. I mean, I don't think this is like newsworthy at all. Like it's nothing.
If they want to talk about something that's very easy, it's Diablo 4. Extremely easy game.
Yeah,
like once you get geared out, I mean, you literally can't die unless you're just
until you start messing with some of the end game content.
Even then, they don't scale it well enough.
You don't even know anything about the pits. No, you don't. You don't know shit about the pits.
I'm not talking about the pits. I'm talking about the game.
Yeah, it's easy up to a point, but the purpose of when you challenge yourself, like when you go into the pits and stuff like that, unless you're like first expansion Spiritborn, which was way different. Everyone was clearing 150 pits then, but like the pits are designed to push that envelope, for late game. I'm talking about like meta builds and stuff like that, and that's the purpose of the pits. But when you're talking about everything else,
you said pits. Like, I thought you said pets. I was like, what are you talking about? Pets.
The pits.
It's like you were saying pets, like
PITS. Pits.
I thought you were saying PETS. I was like,
that's
what the fuck are you talking about pets?
You don't even know about the pits.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's just your fucking accent.
You don't know about the pits. That's why you thought I was saying pets. Anyone else was like, if anyone that played Diablo knew what the hell I was talking about.
Man, I'm 120 pit. You don't talk to me like that.
No, you ain't even 120. Go 120. Sit your ass down. You're 120 when you run with me.
Oh, that's okay.
That's it. You sit at the beginning and I run you through it.
It's all right. I got that trophy for it.
Yeah, that's about it. All right. And then you just quit playing.
Nah, no, because it's too fucking boring. The game's fucking boring, but it might not be for long.
I thought last season was actually pretty good. I've never played Diablo 4 for 2 weeks in a season, and I actually played it for 2 weeks. But then we're about to talk about here soon. I think it's next. No, we'll talk about that in a minute. Where is it at? No. Oh, here it is. Diablo 4 crossover with Dark Fantasy manga series Berserk. The first IP collab. Dude, that's going to be tight.
Should have been solo leveling.
The barbarians are going to be getting some good stuff. I guarantee you.
Should have been solo leveling.
Why? Why solo leveling?
Because
it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense in Diablo. Berserk makes very good sense in Diablo.
They shouldn't.
Because they actually, fought in hell or whatever that place was. All right. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I've seen Berserk.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay. I'm just making sure. All right, let's go back up here to Star Wars. Oh, buddy. Star Wars.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, this actually, out of everything they announced, I don't mind this.
Yeah, that'd be good. He's not a bad actor.
Ryan Gosling in a I don't mind it. All right. Well, it's just going to depend, really. It's very kind of like up in the air. I don't think Ryan Gosling himself is going to be able to, if it's badly written, make it from being like actually a really bad movie. But I like the concept. Star Wars Starfighter film. I think that's pretty cool.
That's cool. So is he going to be like so what is it like going to be? Like just a pilot?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I guess.
So they're basically just like taking the
But it's the Deadpool and Wolverine director.
Oh, no, I get that. I'm just saying, like, so I'm just talking about the story. They're basically just taking like the
I don't know
viewpoint
because
of a normie.
It's 5 years after the Rise of Skywalker. So the last movie, you know what I mean?
Which was a terrible movie.
Yeah. I don't know where they're going with that. You know what I mean? I'm not sure where they're going to go with that.
Hopefully they just act like those movies don't exist.
We already talked about the swimsuit skins. This is what I've been talking.
You actually called this.
I called this.
They heard you. Kennedy was listening to you.
I was hoping an actual live action, kind of something like this. You know what I
feel like they can get away. They could probably do more with the anime.
I mean, they probably can. But a new animated series, Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord, will release in 2026. I'm actually looking forward to this because I've been waiting for something involving the Sith mainly. Acolyte doesn't count. That's
who's
stupid.
the studio doing this? Do you know?
What's that?
I said, who is the studio doing it?
Hopefully it's someone. I mean, they have Star Wars Rebels there, but I'm not sure if they're the ones doing it. I hope they are. I hope it's the people that are behind Rebels. That'd be pretty good.
It's gonna be the guy who did Devil May Cry.
Yeah. So follows Maul navigating life before the events of Star Wars Rebels, including training a Padawan. I think that'd be pretty cool.
That's cool. It's gonna be
as long as they don't make him like softy, like trying to make him that gray, morally gray. No, just make him fucking evil.
Give him pronouns.
Yeah, just make him an evil. That's all you gotta do. No, we're gonna make him morally gray.
No, it's gonna be the person who did the Resident Evil anime. he's gonna write it too.
Which Resident Evil anime are you talking about?
The one from a couple years back.
Are you talking about the series or?
Yeah, the series. Yeah, not the
why do you say anime?
Well, wasn't it like it was a cartoon, wasn't it? They have a cartoon.
Resident Evil?
I think so. What is it not a cartoon?
The Resident Evil series on Netflix was a live action.
I thought they had a Resident Evil cartoon that was terrible. Like
they have the regular ones that Capcom makes, like the animation movies.
I thought they had a cartoon that was on Netflix. That was terrible. It was terrible.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Do they not?
No, they don't.
Did I just make that up?
Just how about you Google
it? Let's see.
Google it.
There's
a Resident Evil series live action on Netflix. That was garbage. Of course it was. Because they just, for some reason, anything like live action Resident Evil, they just can't get right. Can't find it, can you, Grant?
No, it's right here. Resident Evil Degeneration with Leon Kennedy.
That is no, dude. That's a actual like thing Capcom made though, not Netflix.
Oh, whatever. That's what I'm talking about. That was Leon. That was terrible. That's what I was talking about. I didn't know where the fuck I saw it from. I just remember seeing it. I don't know who made it. Usually, it's like when people say things now, it's Netflix is always.
It's a film though. It's not a series. It's a film.
I didn't say it was a series.
Yeah, you did. Yes,
I said
you
anime.
did.
I said anime or cartoon, whatever the fuck it is. So you only listen to context. You don't listen to the context.
You want me to play it back?
You don't listen to context clues.
You want me to play it back?
Go ahead. Stop the podcast. Go ahead and stop the podcast.
Let's rewind. No, but we just talked about the animation movies. That's part of the Capcom's things.
Yeah, it was terrible.
God, you're fucking shit. You're fucking shit.
Terrible.
You are garbage, dude. No, but they had a Netflix series, live action, that was garbage. Just like you. All right, move on. All right.
I'm going to act like my feelings aren't
We'll
hurt.
talk about that later. All right. So let's get into this. Let's talk RuneScape.
Okay.
Just real quick. It's not really a main subject, but let's talk. It's on early access right now. RuneScape Dragon Wild, just like a survival. It's not like your regular RuneScape, but it's a survival, like I would say, version of it. But right now it's sitting at 88% review score on Steam and an 82 on Metacritic.
I had a feeling it was gonna do well. How many people are playing it right now?
No, let's check it out.
It's a popular game. It's still popular.
It is a popular game. So RuneScape Dragon Wilds.
Should have been Ultima Online. That's what it should have been.
Steam numbers. Here we go. 80, yep. 80, damn. 51,000 early access.
It's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
For early access game, it is good. All right. But yeah, so I might actually play this before Expedition.
Somebody's already playing it.
Huh?
Somebody's already streaming it. You missed the boat.
Didn't say I was going to stream it. I said I was going to play it.
No. Well, you could play it. Why not?
Next week, Expedition 33 comes out.
Everything
everything stops when that game comes out.
What about your job?
I'm going to still go to my job. I'm talking about when I get back to my job.
You go tell your boss, hey, I got to get home and play my game. You're going to shut up and let me go.
No, I want to do that because I got manners, Grant.
Or he could be watching.
Yeah. or that. All right, so so RuneScape Dragon Wilds early access right now on Steam. Pretty good review so far. Around 50,000 people playing it on Steam. All right, let's go to our Kickstarters, dude. Let me show you some of these
good ones.
Yeah, there are.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't know Kickstarter was still around.
Oh yeah, you didn't know it was around, right?
That was years ago. I thought.
So this is the first one. We showed it. We showed the trailer of this Sacrifice. Last podcast we showed the trailer, but it's like a clone of all these, popular 16-bit / Super Nintendo games.
I don't know if it's probably a clone of Xenogears now. I mean, that might be going a little too far.
The gameplay is very similar to it, especially when you're running around. The gameplay is very similar to it. All right, so let's.
Surprised you put Chrono Trigger on there.
This is a quick 21-second for our listeners.
Statues coming to life.
No. I mean, that's pretty legit. That's pretty legit, dude. All right, so let's go back.
Maybe somehow Kickstarter Breath of Fire remake.
So Sacrifice. When is this coming out? I'm not sure.
That's what I should do. I should do that.
All right, let's keep going. This one looked pretty cool too. This is a quick another little snapshot. I mean, they got a lot of these retro style games coming back.
I like this, man. That's my favorite.
They're bringing back a lot of them, or they're really starting to focus on a lot of these indie studios.
That's because the open worlds are garbage now.
Yeah. What else was there? There's a few others that look really freaking good, dude. Oh, this one. All right, for our listeners, I'm gonna play this real quick. It's only 26 seconds.
What's the name of the game?
What's that?
What's the name of the game?
Seed of Nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
That's a great name.
That's good.
What does that look like to you? That world map? What did it look like to you?
Chrono Trigger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot on to it. So Seed of Nostalgia is actually in Kickstarter. I mean, they already have pretty much the game fully funded. They hit around like 92K. So their full game is already funded.
That's pretty
now
good.
They're going in. Now they're trying to. The next mark is 120K to fund all the DLCs.
Didn't you say it was done in like 4 days or something like that, or something? Very quickly.
4 days they were fully funded as soon as they
incredible.
started the Kickstarter.
That's cool, man.
But
you know why they're doing that? You know why people are doing this? Because these games are actually more fun than. Yeah. I'd rather play these games than the games of today. To be honest with you.
For our Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, I'm going to post a Kickstarter link if you guys are interested in looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he goes. All right. Yeah, so I posted a link in
And
Twitch.
Steamboot.
Huh? No, Steamboot hasn't showed up yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. All right. Yeah, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. The Kickstarter page link is up there if you guys want to take a look at it. But yeah, it's pretty much it's already fully funded. The base game is, and now they're just working on the DLCs. Let's go next, and then we'll keep moving along. We already showed that one. Yeah, that's it. That's one of the main ones I wanted to talk about. Okay, Grant, let's do this. Let's go into our Daredevil Born Again Season 1 review.
All right.
And then we're going to talk a little bit about Exodus.
Okay.
A new game coming out.
All right.
All right, so let me go here. Go to this. All right, let me bring this up. All right, so heads up to everyone who's not seen the final season or the season all. This is going to be a spoiler alert. Okay, we're going to talk about it. But me and Grant have both finished the Daredevil Born Again Season 1.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give a quick review on it. So go ahead, Grant.
So, coming into this, it going to Disney, remember me saying, God, I hope they don't fuck this up. And they didn't. This was great. It was just as good as the previous season. Well, season 3 of Daredevil was good. It was just kind of, you kind of tell it was like, this is it, type deal.
Yeah.
But it held up. It actually was a little bit better because the way that they pushed Matt Murdock, his character, crazy. You know what I mean? The Punisher needs his own series. They need to go ahead and green light that. Dude, John Bernthal is the Punisher. He's played a lot of roles. This is his role, man. Like this
is his thing.
This is his thing.
Yeah.
This is a really good role.
I know actors don't like being typecasted, but he is the Punisher.
He is
like whoever does the Punisher next has a lot of shit to live up to.
Correct. Just like the Kingpin. You know what I mean?
These
are all iconic role characters that play in these roles right here. I give this, we'll go more into detail, but overall, I give this like a 9 out of 10. I love the last episode. I like how it's setting it up for the Kingpin's becoming the Kingpin. He's ready to fucking get back to it,
How he crushed that dude's face in?
Yeah, dude. Crazy.
He wasn't lying. Like we didn't get to see that kind of shit.
No.
In the Netflix series.
Well, when in the Netflix series, he crushed that guy's head in the door. He kept slamming it in the door. But
like this one was just straight up murder.
Dude, I love the balance between because here's the thing is like in the Netflix version, he was always just like scared, scary. You know what I mean? Like you knew he'd fuck you up. But in this one, it's kind of like he played the balance of I'm the mayor of New York, trying to play, there's a perfect balance of calm and I'm the fucking Kingpin. You know what I mean? The only thing I didn't like about it, I'll say this. The only thing I didn't like about it, and it's probably not a big deal to others, I wanted more Muse. I thought Muse was cool. Like I didn't want him to die in one episode. Like I wanted him to be around. He could have done more. Like because dude, his character. The reason why I'm saying this is because his character was like cool. Like the way that he was like the serial killer. He uses their blood as like graffiti.
Yeah, that's cool. But he was like the fucking dude was an emo little dude. Like I just didn't like that.
I know that. I get that. But what I'm saying is like his character was cool. I'm not talking about the person. I'm not talking about the person without the mask. The person with the mask was cool. I feel like they should have had more. They could have had. Him ultimately died. Of course, that's how he goes out. But they should have just had more than one episode. Like because they kind of hyped it. Because if you think the only reason I'm saying that is because in the trailers for this, that's all they showed. So you're thinking that he was the main bad guy. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like, okay, where are they going with it now that they've already killed him in episode 7 or 6? Or you know what I mean? Like, where are they going? You know what I mean? That's the only thing I'm saying. Like, if he was going to be killed off so quick, then maybe not put the spotlight on him so much. You know what I mean? Maybe they should have did something else. I liked him. I thought it could have been a little bit better. They could have been 2 more episodes of mayhem. Kind of done something more with Matt Murdock to kind of push him more over the edge. But all in all, dude, 9 out of 10 for me. I thought it was a fantastic season, and I like how it tied everything together. I love the way he's got his police force, how they're all the rogue cops, and how that one guy was the one that killed Ayala. The dude, I don't know. I guess what did he kill him? I don't guess he killed him. He just hit him with a stick, right? The cop. Did he kill the cop?
I don't think so.
I know Punisher killed the other cop. He said, "Oh,
Punisher killed everyone that's fucking on the screen."
He said, "Oh, what about this guy?" and shot him in the back of the head.
Dude, when Matt Murdock was like, "No."
Yeah.
Punisher just fucking.
Yeah, he's just like, you should have
murdered those guys.
Yeah, dude, you should have known. You should have known what you're doing when you brought him in.
I mean, really? Come on now. He's about to just kill everybody. That's what he does.
The final scene.
He's not fucking Batman.
Like, here's the thing is, man, like, the final scene was fantastic. Where he's like, "Hey, you want to shake my hand? Hey, I'm from Jersey too." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He like fucking like broke his whole fucking right side of his body.
Yeah.
And you can hear him getting out of the cage. So he's obviously on the loose.
If Disney doesn't do anything with Punisher, then
I hope they will.
that'd be the biggest failure of all time.
I hope they will, because
he has to have his own seat. I mean, something, right? He has to have something.
Here's the thing is, man, like, I like whoever is doing this they need to bring back, because Netflix kind of fucked up the Iron Fist. I thought the Iron Fist season 1 was good. I thought it was good. Season 2 was terrible. Like, it was bad, so I can get why it got a bad rap. They can bring them all back, man. If they do it this way. I like this. I love this, because this makes me feel like it's dark, man. I like it. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, I like the direction that they're going.
I'm good with it as long as they have more Punisher. I don't
Yeah,
care.
no.
I want more Punisher or something. Give me more Punisher, dude.
Obviously, they're going to have to in the next season, but they need to go ahead and give him his own series. Like, Karen's back in town. He's obviously in love with her.
Yeah. He had that coffee comment from when they had,
Yeah. So, I mean, she's back in town. I mean, she sleeps around with everybody. She's like the fucking Marvel whore.
I mean, she is. She's low key, dude.
Don't let the Iron Fist show up. She's gonna be fucking with him. No, but man, they could do it all, man. Luke Cage, like, where did they do it? Like, dude, Luke Cage. The second was it? How many seasons were Luke Cage? I know the first one was great.
The first season was awesome.
The second one was terrible. He became like a kingpin. He was like a drug dealer. Like, what were they doing?
It's very off.
It was weird. Like, what were they doing with Luke Cage?
But they had that awesome. What was that the actor's name? He was going to play the new Blade. The guy who played the bad guy in the first season. That guy was awesome.
Yeah.
He played an awesome bad guy. But anyway, I'm kind of like the same thing. I'm like 9 out of 10. I've been wanting this series back for a long time. And I've been kind of getting tired of all the fucking multiverse crap they've been putting all of the Marvel stuff,
Oh God!
And this one kind of brings Marvel back to being grounded, just giving us an old school, beat 'em up thing, and then you mix in with like dark, I would say, storytelling, but at the same time, for me being the Punisher being one of my favorite Marvel superheroes, but when they brought the Punisher back and they get that first scene early in the season when he was just talking, trying to find out who shot
Foggy.
Yeah. Well, not what's the other guy? The
guy
who
Ayala.
got killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Victor Ayala.
Yeah, when they shot him, and they kind of, you weren't sure if they were actually going to bring him, hardcore into it, but boy, those last 2 episodes were.
That scene where he was fighting in the apartment, he was like stabbing everybody, shot the guy through the wall.
Dude.
That was tight.
When he came up behind that guy and just like stabbed him in the neck, and all that blood just went spurting out, and he just like threw him to the side like trash, dude.
Let me ask you a question. So, was Punisher always one of your favorite characters, or did he make it? Did John Bernthal make him? The
comic book Punisher was always one of my favorite characters.
Gotcha. But I guess what I was asking,
John Bernthal makes the comic book Punisher come alive.
Good. Yeah, makes sense.
Because the last, when Dolph Lundgren didn't do it.
You didn't like Dolph Lundgren? Oh,
no. No. But then the other guy that did it, that was off.
That was during the whole.
Bernthal has the natural attitude to play the Punisher.
Yeah,
he has that natural attitude. And the Punisher, from everything he's been through, he's not going to be some normal fucking dude. He's going to be like fucking having mental issues, right? And he has that like look to him. Like
the dude cut his hair though. He's kind of getting a broccoli cut going. He's kind of got some broccoli cut going.
He's got that Egon from Ghostbusters fucking coming on. Yeah, they need to kind of get that hair a little shorter.
Let's go ahead and shave it, man. Let's do like the old military fade, man. They kind of got him.
Get him a high and tight. Yeah. He's got to get a little bit more tighter. This now it's kind of loose.
It's loose. It's loose. It's a little broccoli cut.
A little high and tight.
Put a little perm on it and put some earrings in for real on God.
All right, so you want to start selling me a crypto, buddy?
That's right.
All right, but yeah, so me 9 out of 10. Return to form.
I just hope
but they have it opened up to be something even bigger now.
But you know what? We need to talk about the Kingpin real quick, man, because Vincent D'Onofrio, dude, fucking fantastic actor, great actor, man.
Oh my God! When he was talking bringing all those guys in, talking 1-on-1 and stuff like that. Those scenes were great, dude.
When he beat the shit out that guy in the basement,
gave him an axe.
Yeah,
and he opened that jail cell and gave the dude an axe and just fucking tore him up.
I thought he killed him, because he threw him through the brick wall.
No, but the awesome scene was when he brought his wife.
Yeah,
and then see him, and she just fucking grabbed the gun and killed him.
Yeah,
fucking psychos, man. But yeah, dude, D'Onofrio is awesome. I mean, it's like these three guys are pretty much. You can't really see. Whoever plays these characters again in the future, they have a lot of hype to live up to.
Yeah, I hope it's not like that. I hope it's these characters for a while.
Yeah, for a while. All right. Overall, great show.
Great show.
And just a good break from the multiverse crap. Just God, dude, like this gotten way out of hand. Multiverse. I mean,
I don't care.
The multiverse is like an excuse to just make up stupid shit.
Yeah.
It's
not the normal universe.
Like to for all the gender swaps, all that shit. It's like an excuse to do it. Oh, and it's lazy writing. It's multiverse. It's the multiverse really. It gives writers an excuse to be lazy.
Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, it gets them to put whatever they want. They put their ideas and all their ideologies in it, and the excuse to fall back on. No, it's not in the same universe. It's not in the normal. It's in universe 0.3345.
Yeah. All right. So enough of that. Enough of Marvel. All right, Grant. Let's talk about this next game. Let me share let's share our bookmarks again. I want to talk about this game. All right.
You're really excited about this game.
I am, because there's a reason why I am, and I'll explain it here in a second. Let me share our X account real quick. All right, you see that? Yeah. All right, cool.
No.
Shut up. All right. I'm gonna play this clip. This is one of the founders of Archetype Entertainment, and they're the ones creating Exodus. Before we get into this, I want to kind of share a backstory. But the Archetype Entertainment, the developers behind Exodus, they're made up from the old school bros from BioWare. Okay, they left BioWare a few years ago to create Archetype Entertainment.
I wonder why they left.
Old school. What's that?
I wonder why they left.
Well, we kind of know why they left, but they were. I'm pretty sure just like the guys from CD Projekt Red that left to what's that one studio that's doing Dawn Walker.
Oh, I can't wait.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
that very Witcher-like looking game.
Yes, that game is going to be amazing.
But anyway, let me go to one of my tweets I did. Yeah, so here it is. All right, so Exodus, all right, again, Archetype Entertainment, they're made up of some of the old bros from BioWare. Now, when I mean old bros, I mean Knights of the Old Republic. I mean the first 2 Mass Effect games. As in Mass Effect 2, the best of the 3.
The good
all right?
ones.
But anyway, so this is Drew Karpyshyn, the lead writer for the Knights of the Old Republic and the first 2 Mass Effect games, who's part of Archetype Entertainment now. My passion has been rekindled. And he's talking about ever since joining Archetype. My passion has been rekindled, and to feel in the studio reminds me of my early days at BioWare. Early BioWare.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I can feel the magic in the air. So this is why I think this game is going to be just fantastic. All right. Exodus, if everyone's in the gameplay, which I'll share here in a moment, or this like little preview from one of the co-founders, go watch the actual gameplay trailer, or kind of like a story trailer too. It has gameplay and story mixed in it, but the trailer shows very Mass Effect reminiscent combat. Okay, I would say that over the shoulder kind of combat.
Mm-hmm.
It's an RPG mechanics and everything like that. And it has a really cool concept. But let's go ahead and play this. It's for the listeners too on the podcast. It's listeners.
It's difficult to talk about the total span of years for the game without spoiling things, but I can say this. When we first started thinking about the IP back in 2019, one of the things that excited us the most was the potential to see huge changes in your home civilization based on the choices you make. For this game, the trick is going to be to give you enough time to grow attached to your homeworld and get invested in the characters there before we send you on your first interstellar mission. And from that point forward, you'll start seeing things advance at a rapid rate. But of course, we want you to see the human impact of your choices, so your initial missions are more in the range of a human lifespan. But by the end, who knows? Centuries may have passed.
Yeah, the great thing about our story is...
So they take into account relativity in this game. You know what that is?
Kind of like Interstellar?
Very Interstellar-like.
Yeah.
Like, if you're on if you're near a black hole or something, or planets near a black hole. Kind of how they, whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but pretty much time can fast forward on your homeworld.
Come on, Einstein. Come on, break out the whiteboard for me and draw it out for me.
I can't explain that crap, dude. But anyway, so like it does take in relativity in this game is really awesome. So like you go on missions and stuff like that, and you can come back, and your world could, based on your choices, could be like 200 years in the future or something like that.
That'd be tight.
But all your old pals that didn't go with you on your mission could, people are dead. You might meet their granddaughter or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool.
They could have a statue of you in your home world, of the first expedition out from that world and stuff like that. Like things like that. It just takes that into account for all your choices.
That's pretty interesting. That's pretty crazy. Jimmy, what's up, man? Thank you. Happy Friday to you as well.
Hey, thanks, Jimmy.
I think that's pretty cool, man. How they're doing all that. I think that's
is really cool.
It's innovative. It's very innovative.
Because Starfield didn't do that.
No,
and Starfield was considered a space epic odyssey, but it didn't take that into account a lot of times, or at all.
Mm-hmm.
This game does it. Like it's taking space, like the science in space, how we know it currently, and putting that in the game, but giving you that Mass Effect combat and stuff like that. And most likely, since the lead writer from the Knights of the Old Republic and the first 2 Mass Effect games wrote this game, it's probably going to have a pretty fucking good story.
They should come ask you how to do all the math and stuff for the relativity.
They should. All right, let's continue.
Because didn't you tell me that one time you used to be a janitor at a local college in Boston, and they used to put math equations out there on the board and used to walk by there and solve them?
They used to call me Goodwill Hunting when I was in college. They used to call me that. Let's listen to old Drew.
They called you Goodwill Hunting or just Will Hunting? Because that was his name.
All right, this is Drew Karpyshyn, who had that quote earlier I talked about. He was a lead writer.
It starts at a very personal level and becomes very epic by the end.
I mean, this is what it's pretty. I mean, it's just cool. Like,
I do see that at the bottom though.
Yeah, Wizards of the Coast. That's fine. Wizards of the Coast isn't bad, man. Like, we keep talking about, like, there's certain things that they changed, but these guys are coming from BioWare, bro. We're talking about the original bros, dude.
I know what we're talking about, but it's kind of like if you saw Sweet Baby Incorporated, would you think this?
You think Wizard of the Coast are gonna be like, hey, let us see your game real quick.
I'm just saying
we're gonna give our little take on it.
They're gonna
you guys need to change this. The girl doesn't have quite a box jaw. You need to put a box jaw on her.
Saying, man, I'm just
hold on now. This girl looks a little bit too feminine. Now let's kind of make her
more manly.
Yeah, we know how it is, but I got good feel from
you're hoping that the OG BioWare has
I'm hoping that these guys have complete control over their fucking game.
You're hoping that the OG BioWare met up with the OG Wizards of the Coast. That's what you're hoping for.
Hopefully. All right. But we'll see. But the game trailer, go check the game trailer out.
It looks fantastic.
It looks legit.
That's one of the coolest concepts I've heard in gaming in a long time, honestly.
Yeah, relativity.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, that's enough Exodus. Let's close that. What's our next thing? Oh, subreddit, dude. No, let's not talk about that yet. Or do we want to talk about that? You want to talk about that?
I think the subreddit's going to be more about disgruntled gamer rant.
I mean, we don't have anything else.
Okay, well then let's get into it.
I think we need to move right into the DGR.
Let's do it.
DGR, big dog.
Let's do it.
All right, let me go over our bookmarks real quick, make sure I didn't skip anything relative to anything.
Hold on 1 second.
What are you doing?
I think I added something. Do you see it on there?
What did you add?
It's right there. Now check. Refresh it. Be something good to talk about.
What did you add, dude?
Just refresh the tweet.
Huh? Oh,
that would be a bang. That would make it a banger.
But it's not going to be.
Sydney Sweeney as a Silver Surfer. I definitely watched the show.
It's not going to happen though.
It's all in.
It's already made. The movie's already made.
Maybe they can mod it.
That Gundam movie though, she's going to be in. It's going to sell, dude.
It's
Gundam, live action Gundam plus Sydney Sweeney.
Oh yeah,
it's going to sell, dude.
They don't have to call it Gundam. Just call it Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney and a robot.
Guns. She's got 2 guns. Guns are blazing.
Yeah. All right.
Gooner. You're a gooner.
Shut up. All right. We ready for that disgruntled gamer rant?
Let's do it.
All right. Let me share.
This is the first time. It's funny. This is the first time I've ever seen this. What we're about to talk about.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's do our. We got to start with this image first. Then we'll get into the other image.
So, all right, explain what it is for the new people. I'm just guiding you along, man. It's just like we're on a happy little trail, and
I was going to do interrupting me. Don't ever interrupt me.
I just got the lantern.
Don't.
I got the lantern. I'm taking you to the dark.
All right, disgruntled gamer rant. This is where we pick this random subjects to talk about and just rant on them. Sometimes they're not involved in anything about gaming, but we feel like we're kind of pissed off about it. We'll talk about it. All right. But today's...
Remember that time we were pissed off about the Virtual Boy?
Yeah. Virtual Boy.
That deserved it.
Yeah, it did. All right, but today's disgruntled gamer rant is...
Reddit.
Subreddits, too, mainly. Yeah. But Reddit, just Reddit in general.
It's getting out of control.
All right, so we wanted to cover a story that recently happened. That recently happened on Reddit, even though it's a cesspool of fucking just, people say woke a lot, that word woke.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But that's what it is.
Yep.
It's just a cesspool of woke people.
I feel like
that get offended by everything. You can't have, there's no opinions or thoughts, different ideas in this space because the Reddit managers or moderators will just kick you the fuck out.
It's so bad though. Here's the thing. It's so bad that it's the woke are getting offended by the other woke. And now it's like an offend off. It's kind of like, you ever seen when like 2 tornadoes merge into one giant tornado? That's basically what's going on here.
But it's like a cesspool now. I remember Reddit when it first came about was like the underground of the internet, right?
Oh,
People
yeah.
could say whatever the fuck you wanted to.
It was like the dark web without being the dark web.
Something really weird happened, Grant.
2020, 2009, COVID is what happened.
No, before that, Grant.
It wasn't as bad. About 2019, 2020 is when they started getting bad.
2015, when someone came down the escalators.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying.
And decided that he was a Republican. You know, imagine if he said he was a Democrat.
How do you think? Let me ask you a question.
How much of the world? Where would we be at?
Right, you know what's crazy?
Would they be calling him the next Messiah on the left?
I think so. But you know what would be crazy? I wish I had the ability to see split timelines, because I would like to. Because I'm sure there is a
multiverse. Great.
Exactly. Oh God.
Oh,
yeah. Actually.
Yeah. Now you want a multiverse?
Yeah. Because I guarantee there is. If you believe in multiple universes, I kind of think it's a possibility. I don't know. Maybe there's a different one, and and Ed's the handsome one, and I'm not in another multiverse. But in this one I am. But he's probably a Democrat. I would like to see what that would be like.
It'd be kind of odd, wouldn't it be?
I would like to see how The View sucks
him off. What if he talked
and,
about this? I'd say he's a Democrat.
He could be on The View every week.
But he was the same when it came to his policy and outlook. Right?
Yeah. Oh, they agree with everything. They agree with everything he's done. Everything. Absolutely everything.
They would. All right. Anyway, so let's get back to this subreddit. All right. So as we know, after sometime after 2015, the I would say super woke took over Reddit, and the moderators started being, we're fucking 19-year-olds old and we live with our fucking mothers.
But here's the thing is,
and we have power. We're the moderators on Reddit. We got power, Grant.
During that time, well, yeah, it's true. But during that time, it was a little self-contained to certain subreddits. You know what I mean? Political subreddits, mainly. But in 2019, it was like the T virus exploded all over Raccoon City. You couldn't even say hello. You say, "Hey guys, how are you doing? Are you a Democrat or Republican?" Everything was Republican, Democrat. Politics was literally everything.
Okay, this is where I want to start right here. This is an example of many, but this is a very recent example. All right, so Lord of the Fallen's developers, they were talking about how they want to keep stupid ideologies out of gaming and, keep politics out of gaming. They were very
normal stuff, things that everybody wants.
Normal stuff when you're making a fucking fantasy game.
Normal things that all gamers want.
Yeah. So, and they were very open about it. The developers, like, we don't agree with all this ideology crap, politics and gaming. Separate the two. This is about fantasy. It's about the gamer, right? Just making a good game, whatever. So, they just released 2.0 for Lords of the Fallen. They upgraded, you can make your characters look better. You can actually, if you purchase this game, you can actually get a friend to play with you for free. You can actually invite them and they can get the copy for free. And you can play multiplayer on it and everything like that. They added a lot of good updates that the fans of the game wanted. Mm-hmm. All right. And they listened to the feedback and they did this huge update to it, 2.0. But anyway, Grant, so the developers of their own game.
Hey, I just noticed something.
What?
The title of the restream is the same as last one.
No, it's not. It's episode 96, Nintendo Caves.
It says episode 95 on mine.
Well, on YouTube, on X, on everything we posted to, it says episode 96. I think your computer's just... I think your computer's just trash.
Nick, you're probably right.
I think it's trash. You want me to check here, Grant? Here, I'll check for you since you interrupted me.
You're trash.
Oh, look, it says episode 96, Nintendo Caves. So shut the fuck up and let me finish.
Your face is trash.
All right. All right. Anyway, so back to this. The developers of their own game in a subreddit about their own game were banned
Have you ever seen that before?
citing fascist ideology, which is what? Because they don't want identity politics in their games, or any type of politics, or they're just focused on the gamer and the feedback from the gamer. So my question is, who is the moderator of this, and do they even play the fucking game? You know what I mean? Like, are they even a fan of the game, or do these people like create these subreddits because they want clicks and views and like to be control of something, just so they can like maintain the, I would say, the arena of ideas, but it only can be a certain idea, right? It only can be one side of the idea. You can't be freedom of thoughts, or have a nice little community, discussing and stuff like that. I get you're like straight up out racist and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I get that. Like, if you got a straight up racist or someone on your like feed, I get removing them.
Correct.
I get that. That's fine. All right. If they're really racist and they're saying racist things, I get that. But not a different thought. Not for a developer of this game, of this subreddit, which the subreddit's about. It's about the Lords of the fucking Fallen. All right. What's up, Prepared Artists? Hey, thanks for joining, man.
What's up, man?
But so they removed their own fucking developers, dude. Like, because of them coming out on social media and saying what they think when it comes to what gaming should be when making a game. Like, what is the development process of a game? We're, as our company, you got other companies that can do whatever the fuck they want. It's going to be up to the gamers to buy their game or not. But their outlook on game development is no identity politics, no, real world deisms that we have, no social politics or anything like that. Okay. They don't want it in their game when it comes to development, which is very normal.
No, yeah.
Like a few years ago, normal. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. But this is like example of there's many other examples of Reddit just being a cesspool of shit.
Dude, I'm going to tell you, I'm super petty. Like, if I had as much money as these guys had, like, I'd be like, you want to see fascism? Well, watch this. I would hire somebody to find IP addresses, and I'd ban them from playing this game. It's exactly what I'd do.
So the people that cry fascism here,
VPN.
So the people that cry fascism here, fascist ideology, from a developer to saying
he doesn't know what fascism is. They couldn't even tell you what it is.
So the people citing fascism or claiming fascism here to remove their fucking developers from their own subreddit are actually fascist, because they do not accept the, I would say, differing ideas or different opinions or thoughts. So you are hence actual literally.
Yeah,
you're literal fascists.
They should sue for defamation. They should. But everybody, 90% of the people who claim fascism can't even tell you what it is. 90% of the people who say you're a Nazi don't even know what the Nazis really did. Except all they do is they cite things that the news tells them to say. That's it.
Let me tell you something, Grant. All right. So if you don't remember, Antifa, when they were really up and about doing stuff, right? Mm-hmm. What does it stand for, right? Anti-fascist?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, they were going up to people and pretty much like interrupting people during dinners, like outside on a patio a lot, when they're doing a little fucking whatever they're doing.
Meltdown.
Protest. Come up to people and tell them they have to say something. And they get in their faces. You need to say this. But they're anti-fascists, right?
Yeah.
But they're getting in the face. Oh, you have to say this. And they were like pretty much bothering people and like to the point of like putting their hands on people.
Yeah.
Oh, they need to say this. You remember when all this happened? Like they were saying, they were like trying to stop speech and everything.
And everybody thought they were the good guys. Or at least everybody on the left.
You know what? Someone responded to me on Twitter when I just said something, snarky. They were like, oh, well, they're actual anti-fascists. It's in their name. Okay, that's cool. All right. All right. That's cool. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, they're anti-fascists. It's in their name. They're Antifa. You know what I mean? Antifa. All right. But, if you're actually trying to limit speech and stop people from going about their daily lives like Antifa does and does still today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're actual fascists. Like, they're stopping people from thinking a certain way. I get you can disagree with them. That's fine. Opinion of thought, whatever. Great. But you're physically forcing and shutting down differing opinions in America, which is a free society. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with people that are racist at all.
Not at all.
Like what they say. But do I think they deserve to be completely shut down? Like, they're not allowed to say anything through their point of view. Do I think it's completely hateful and wrong? Yes, I do.
Yeah, of course.
But I believe wholeheartedly in free speech.
Yeah.
Unless it leads to the harm of someone.
Correct. Unless it's
you're calling for the death of someone,
yes,
or a certain group to be someone, to do harm to a certain group. Yeah. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to
bad,
ideas and thoughts, when it comes to like you don't like something or someone, that's fine. But once it comes to that, leading to actual violence against a group, then I disagree with that.
Yeah.
But Antifa was just like shutting everyone's fucking thoughts out. And this is what
you believe we got people who don't like us.
Oh, imagine that. But this is who Antifa is. Like, I guarantee this guy who runs this fucking subreddit is probably Antifa. I mean, or he agrees with Antifa.
Or
but he talks about fascism, but he's an actual fascist.
He's probably the guy that holds the megaphone that makes police siren noises in people's faces.
Listen, you guys can disagree. If you guys on the side of anyone's listening on the side of Antifa, go look at what they do.
Yeah,
go look at I mean, it's on fucking YouTube. I mean, it's everywhere. Go look at what they actually do. If they are hindering just from people having a different idea, a different opinion on the world, okay? If they're hindering their ability, like MAGA, because they like Trump, and they stop them, they want to either close their events down, riot, whatever, do physical harm to them, whatever they do, because someone likes a different candidate or is on a different side of the political spectrum.
Right.
But in their heads, they have been fed this shit in their minds that he's an actual Nazi or fascist or whatever like that. But in turn, they're the ones actually being a Nazi and fucking fascist. Like,
correct.
Plain and day, fucking watching them. Just fucking Google it. You will see that I'm right.
These guys have no idea what these people went through in Nazi Germany.
Oh, we already had the podcast.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm saying, like, they have no clue about real fascism, real Nazis. That's what I'm saying.
Just because someone is a different political party than you, doesn't mean they're a fucking fascist. It doesn't mean they're a fucking Nazi. And no matter how many times you fucking say it, it's not going to make it true.
No.
Now, you can believe in your head and try to justify things, and that's where serious things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's where you start getting brainwashed. All right? And, like, these people, a lot of these people they brainwash themselves. Either because a lot of people, they want to be part of a tribe, right?
Yeah.
Weak-minded people really have to want to be part of a tribe. All right? Like, when I mean tribe is like a group like Antifa or something like that, right?
And here's the thing is, I mean, there's extreme far right people.
Yeah,
I don't agree with them either.
Yeah, there are extreme far right people.
Yeah,
but MAGA ain't it.
No, shit, no.
All right, it's not.
No matter how much they want you to believe.
You want to go Antifa. You go to the KKK's doorstep.
I promise you, we're from Mississippi.
Go do that.
That is not.
We'll agree with that. Go fuck with them. Go ahead. But not people because they like a certain candidate. Like you've lost your fucking head, and our entire society has fucking lost its head. Like how polarizing people are. Like we say this a lot, but their fucking world revolves around politics. Grant.
Crazy. Let me ask you
entire existence revolves around politics.
It's so, and the thing about it is that everybody's a clan member and everybody is. Let me ask you a question, Ed. Me and you are probably from what most people would consider the most racist state in America, Mississippi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have never seen a Klans person in my life. I've never.
I was born in 83 in Mississippi.
Yeah, I was born in 84.
I was there 21 years. I was in Mississippi.
No, never. I'm still here. Still never seen them.
I mean, I'm not saying they don't exist.
No, I'm not saying that either.
But maybe it's just the way we grew up.
You would think at one point
in
time.
I literally grew up on a farm in Mississippi, in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, if you went, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say this: if you would have went on the Edge property, you would have thought they're gonna come out to get you from everywhere.
It looks like that. It looks like a Mississippi burning area.
Oh, it does. It definitely does.
But no, I mean, we grew up. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's how we grew up. Maybe we never experienced it.
Well, here's the thing: is where we're from, we were the minority.
Yeah,
that's the truth.
But everyone got along. College
exactly.
towns, and everyone got along.
Of course.
I'm not saying everybody, but majority of people got along.
Yeah.
Because majority of people were adults.
Yeah.
Not fucking brainwashed by these little tribes, cults, pretty much what they are.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. Antifa is a cult. I mean, that's what it is. The far left has been turning into a cult. All right. Yeah. And people are wanting to become part of these tribes, and they want to be part of these tribes and fit in and belong somewhere that they let themselves get just wrapped up in this brainwash way of thinking, and they cannot they cannot function without it.
Correct. It's so
they
bad.
cannot have original thought.
Not at all. But listen, it's so bad that even when people who are on the left say something nice about Trump, they're like Bill Maher. You remember that? You saw that? Did you see that thing? His interview?
Yeah. Well, Bill Maher is now far right.
Well, oh yeah, God, yeah, he's
far right.
He's a Nazi now too.
Yeah. Dude, Joe Rogan has. I've always. I don't agree with Joe Rogan on a lot of things.
No.
But I've always known him to be more of a centrist, more liberal leaning, like classic liberal leaning.
Classic,
I've always thought him like that, but I still love.
Even Elon Musk was classic liberal.
He was. Like, all these guys were just classic liberals, but now fucking Joe Rogan is one of the most hated fucking people by the far left.
Yep.
Because eventually he endorsed Trump and everything like that, and they lost their shit big time then.
Oh God!
But remember, like, they even started like lying on him. Remember CNN and the fucking what was it? Ivermectin telling it's only a horse dewormer, and I was like, come on, dude. And, they brought him up on so many things, but, like, that's just an example. Like, if we were back in the early 90s, Joe Rogan would still be considered pretty much a leftist, honestly. I mean, he's more centrist, but he would be considered a Democrat.
Dude.
If we really were serious about it. But now it has shifted so fucking bad that he is now almost far right considered.
But here's the thing. This is the thing, because I'll tell you this. My parents voted for Bill Clinton. Like, that was a whole different Democrat. You know what I mean? Like, that's how far it's been from Bill Clinton win. Sorry. First time. But that just shows you how big the shift has gone from that kind of time to where we are now. How much it's changed from there. You know what I mean? I mean,
my dad voted for Ross
Perot. Yeah. You know? Wow, I'm actually shocked. I'm actually surprised. Figured he'd have went out.
He did. He voted for Ross Perot. Ross Perot was actually like the first Trump.
Yeah, that is true. Like that is true.
Now, he brought up a lot of good points back in the day. Mm-hmm. And but anyway, let's not get too political. But the point of this is to highlight that this is happening in gaming too.
Yeah.
Like, politics has encompassed gaming. And gamers, we just want, like, just make, simple. Make good character designs. Leave all of our fucking new deisms out of fucking gaming.
That's it.
If you're especially some fan, I understand if you're making something similar to our world, a game like that. But if you're making a fantasy game, like, leave the fucking crap out of it. Make it fantasy. We want to be involved and lose ourselves in these games. But once you start adding shit like BioWare and Dragon Age of Elgard with the top surgery scars, you're fucking losing me here. You're losing. You lost me. Okay. That's our disgruntled gamer rant. You got anything else to add on this?
No, that's it. You kind of went. The blood pressure got a little high at the end. I
did.
You know what time it is now?
Top 10.
Time for the top 10.
All right. Top 10, Grant.
This one's good right here. I like this one.
I like this one too. Our top 10 for this week is the top 10 things only middle-aged gamers remember.
Yep.
And that would be us and some others.
Yep.
You don't really have to be middle-aged. I guess maybe
but you would remember it more.
30s would be good too. Mid-30s, late 30s, you probably remember this?
Yeah, I would say so. Probably, yeah. But like late 30s.
People understand what we're talking about. I mean, people have heard of this stuff that we're probably going to go over.
It's one
living it is a different thing.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. Living it is like
living it is
there.
Yeah. All right. So let me stop that. All right, Grant. I think it's my turn.
It is.
It's my turn to start. My turn, Grant. All right. My number 10, Grant. I got images for mine, of course.
I do not, because
that's how I do things.
Not me. I'm very unprepared. I just show up and show out. That's what I do.
My number 10 is midnight launches.
Man,
just hours waiting in line. Cold, it don't fucking matter. But boy, that new Halo drop, like Halo 2 back in the day, you had to be in line. The new console drop, you were in line. PlayStation 2. But
dude, man, I camped out. I'll never do it again. Of course, there's really no need to now. But camping out, I camped out for the PlayStation 3. It was me and my brother-in-law and my brother, and we got there. We got to what was it? It was Circuit City. Remember Circuit City? It's out of business now.
Yeah.
And we just sat outside from 2:00 to slept. I didn't sleep because my brother was snoring. Like he's like kept everybody awake. I brought everybody pizza. Well, I actually brought me pizza, and then everybody got a slice, and I didn't get any.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, camped outside. It was cold.
My biggest I remember the big, because when Halo 1 dropped, it was kind of like, it's the first, no one really, then it got real popular over time, but it was really Halo 2 was a huge, like, people in line every fucking where.
Oh yeah.
And GTA San Andreas was another one. That was another.
That was also back, but what's crazy? That was also back when they had hundreds of copies. Like they weren't going to sell out. Like you didn't know, it was fun to hang out. Like you didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I remember the PS2. I mean, they had hundreds of consoles. There wasn't like a lack of demand. It's just people would do it to get their first, so they start playing
as many GameStops back in the day.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
But here's the thing is the reason why you did it back then, because there wasn't, like I said, there wasn't a shortage. It was to get it first so you can get home and play it immediately.
Yeah.
That's why you did it.
Yeah. All right, Grant. You're number 10. Right.
My number 10, Ed, there's a lot of things that went against each other. The Bloods and the Crips. And then we had Sega and Nintendo. Boy. Nothing. I mean, the battle lines, I remember being in elementary school. You were either a Nintendo guy or you were a Sega guy. There was no, you weren't you're a Jaguar guy. Get out of here. There's no room for you at this table. This was like the Bloods. See it? Red and blue. Bloods and Crips.
It really was.
It really was. Coincidence? I think not. They knew what they were doing. But here's the thing is, this is back when these commercials took, I'm talking about these commercials, they didn't just take subtle little jabs. I mean, these commercials would go at each other. Like, they were going hard.
We covered this
in
one of our podcasts when it came to advertisements and stuff like that.
We do what Nintendo don't.
Yeah.
Was Sega's. I'll never forget the Sega drop first, the Genesis. And boy, Sonic, I was like, oh my God, I want this thing. Like, back then we were poor. I want to get one console. $199 was a lot back then. I could only get the Sega or the Super Nintendo. So I had my mindset on the Sega until the Super Nintendo was already out. But I'll never forget. Do you remember the Link to the Past commercial?
Yes.
The Link to the Past commercial. When that commercial came out, I changed my mind. I immediately changed my mind to Super Nintendo. I'll never forget, I got one for Christmas. It came with Super Mario World. And dude, that was the best Christmas of my life. It made up for the time that I got Double Dragon 3 for my birthday, which I never thought I'd get over. Because my life was looking pretty grim at that point. But you couldn't even go to school. Because it was like Mortal Kombat's better on the Super Nintendo. Oh, no, it's not. It's got blood on Genesis. I
remember people trading blows over like Lion King and Aladdin.
Dude.
The differences of gameplay.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You had kids that didn't even know what bits were talking about bits.
It's funny because Sega Genesis had a different looking pixel.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It did. It did have a different look to some of the games when it came to the pixel.
I always thought their fighting games were a little slower to the Super Nintendo. I always thought the Super Nintendo was more crisp when it came to fighting games.
I got a Sega Genesis, but it was just it's like a 2 years after Super Nintendo. I've always been a Super Nintendo guy.
Yeah.
Eventually, I went to the Sega Genesis because I really wanted to play Sonic, and my first Genesis game was actually Sonic 2.
Oh, that was great. Yeah.
And that was one of the best. Still to date, probably one of the best Sonics ever made.
Yeah.
But I remember them Genesis started bringing Phantasy Star to compete with. They had it before. But they wanted to compete with Final Fantasy or Square Enix. You couldn't do that.
That was kind of like going up against 1990 Mike Tyson at that point.
Yeah, but Fantasy Stars were really good, but they didn't hit it hard,
Here's the thing is, Fantasy Star was really good.
Fantasy Star
Final
4
Fantasy was just so much better at that time.
Yeah, but Fantasy Star 4 was really good too.
It was good. It was a good game.
But it wasn't going to compete with 6.
You weren't 4. Like I said, man. This was prime Mike Tyson. You weren't beating prime Mike Tyson.
Yeah, no, I lived it. But and then they brought in a Castlevania. Sega did. They brought in Bloodlines, dude. That was fucking good.
It was good.
It was really good.
It was good. And what did it compete with? Super Castlevania 4.
Oh, buddy. But Bloodlines came in after Super Castlevania.
Yeah, it did.
But the one thing that just hit the market for RPG guys was Shining Force.
Yeah, Shining Force was good.
Remember Shining Force 2?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. They had some RPGs. It wasn't Super Nintendo RPGs, but they had them, and they tried to. They even brought in their own Contra, dude. Hardcore?
Yeah.
You remember Hardcore?
Hardcore.
Dude, that was good, too.
I always I remember... So one thing that Genesis had that Nintendo didn't was, you remember the X-Men games?
Yeah. Yeah.
Those were fantastic. Because that's what I loved about the consoles then compared to now is they forced you to get to the other if you wanted to play the game.
Golden Axe, dude.
Golden Axe. I try to play that on the computer. It's impossible to jump with the keyboard. Impossible. Terrible.
Yeah. Shinobi. Dude. Genesis.
Genesis has some bangers, dude.
It's like Sonic the Hedgehog they made to go against Mario, right? The Hedgehog. All right. Anyway, they made that to go against Mario.
Uh-huh.
They tried to bring in Phantasy Star and Shining Force a little bit to go against Final Fantasies, right? And your Secret of Mana, all that crap. But then they also tried to bring in get the company and make a game for them specifically for the Genesis, Contra Hardcore.
Yeah.
Or, in this case, what was the other one I said? What's the other one?
Didn't they have a Double Dragon for the Genesis that was exclusive?
I can't remember. But they had Earthworm Jim, dude.
Earthworm Jim, yeah.
Golly. They had some good games on the Genesis, dude.
Man, they did.
This is why it was so competitive, because they go at each other, dude.
Dude, I played a lot of the sports games before Madden took over the sports world. Sega had Joe Montana Football.
Yep.
Great game. I used to love that game. But man, this was back. The competition between these two systems will never happen again, because there's not another. No matter what, I just don't feel like Xbox is on the same level as Sony.
Genesis had them on the Mortal Kombat. You know why?
Because of the blood.
Because of the blood code. The gray blood in the Super Nintendo.
Yep.
And Mortal Kombat 2 was really, really good on this Genesis.
Yep. Sure did. And I remember I had a buddy who had a Genesis with Mortal Kombat, and I used to play it on there, and I'm like, "Don't tell your mom we're going to put."
You
it in
remember
the
Toe
code.
Jam and Earl too on the
Yeah.
Genesis?
Mhm.
Golly, dude. I mean, this is why it was like the blood versus the crit. I mean, these were like this was classic console wars.
Yep.
Like this is prime console wars. We got the PlayStation ponies and the Xbox. You know, we got that war going on, but this was like old school. Like before we had social media, dude.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You had
meeting each other in school and talking shit.
No, yeah.
That's what it was.
That's the thing is like
face to face competition.
Most people weren't rich enough to have both. At least not where I grew up. So you either had one or the other. That was it. That's it.
Yep. But yeah, dude. Dude, they had the first Monster Hunter. I mean, one of the Monster Hunter 4, was it? Yeah.
Remember. Yeah, maybe so.
Monster Hunter 4 came on Genesis. Gunstar Heroes, fucking. I already said Fantasy Star, but fuck, dude.
But then Super Nintendo countered with Super Mario RPG.
Oh, Sonic and Knuckles.
Sonic and Knuckles was a great game. Yep. All right, we can make a whole episode.
I mean, this is like a whole podcast subject. All right. Anyway,
let's speed up because we're going to spend 45 minutes on this.
Yeah. Anyway, my number 9 was Sega versus Nintendo console war.
Oh, okay, cool.
So go ahead.
So my number 9 is the actual was it the rating system? The ESRB rating?
Yeah.
And it's mainly because of two games, Night Trap and Mortal Kombat. Now, I remember when Mortal Kombat came out.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, see, here's the thing is I didn't go to the arcades that much because I lived out in the country. So there wasn't really just place to go to the arcades unless you went to the mall.
The country, dude.
No, not in Starkville. Before I moved to Starkville.
You didn't live out in the country.
I did live out in the country. Well, I didn't live out in the country considered like you. It was country, but it wasn't like you live out in the middle of nowhere. You lived out in the.
I live in like Resident Evil Mansion.
You did, exactly. That's different. That's where you live. Yours isn't even really considered country. Yours is considered like the Amazon. Hasn't been observed and it's undiscovered.
All right, go ahead.
But no, I remember when Mortal Kombat came out, and I was like, man, this game looks so real. And
Nightfall, yep.
Yeah. Yep. And I was like, man, this game looks so real. And I didn't know they had blood in it. And I remember seeing it on the card. I was like, oh my! It kind of like just when you're young, like you don't really. It kind of disturbing because you're like, oh my god, he's bleeding, because you don't see. As a kid, you're not seeing all this. It's definitely not as around as stuff is now, like blood and ripping off heads and stuff. I mean, you can get on Twitter right now and see somebody get shot in the face with a pistol.
Yeah.
So it was shocking then. And my mom was, my mom, old Bible Baptist mama. You're not playing this game because of the violence. But I had to finally talk to her. And I was like, Mom, the Super Nintendo version doesn't have blood in it. It's sweat. And she was like, okay, whatever. But then I remember this game going on to court. I'm talking about they had C-SPAN on it, all this stuff, man. And
Night Trap.
You had to be like 17 or older to buy it. Sure did. That was the games that started it.
All right. Was that your number 9?
That's my number 9.
All right. Moving on. Number 8, Grant. Try to speed this up a little bit.
All right.
What is this? Does this bring back trauma? Not even just PlayStation, but does this bring back this trauma, Grant?
Especially if you
corrupted memory cards was the end. It was the end of the world. It was apocalypse. It was Armageddon. It was done. It was
what?
It was horrible.
What?
It was horrible.
Say something, Junior.
But yeah, like just losing all your save data.
Or hiding it from your brother and then putting it on top of the refrigerator and then the refrigerator deleting it. The magnet from the refrigerator deleting it.
But yeah, memory cards is my number 8. Go ahead.
So mine is kind of a similar thing. My number 8 is passwords instead of save files. Remember when games had passwords? You had to put the password in. You didn't save a game. You just put it right down the password. I mean, you'd have a notebook this thick of passwords because every time you do something new, you had to write down a new password for it.
Golly.
Passwords.
All right. Number 7. Grant. You remember game magazines with demo discs? We had a podcast on this too.
Yes.
Demo disc, dude. That was awesome.
Yep.
Like you had to, in order to play demos back in the day, you had to buy a magazine.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much. and they would come in. Nintendo Power, Game Pro, I think had them. PC Gamer had them. PSM had them.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these Xbox magazines. But I remember demos, dude, being such a big thing. Like I had to get that fucking magazine. And I had to tell my parents, make up some excuse. Or like, I'll take out I'll do a bunch of chores. I need this magazine just to play a demo. And these were huge back in the day.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's just, if we post a demo on the PlayStation Store, Xbox Store, you can play it for free. Just download it, 2 seconds. There you go. You got a demo. Back then, you had to find them. Treasure hunt. All right.
Number 7. Ed, we talked about this before. People don't do it now. LAN parties.
Oh,
Halo.
buddy.
My boy. Me and Ed, listen to me. Me and Ed, sometimes we were on the same team. Sometimes we were not. But me and Ed seen our friends, some of our friends, come to blows over some of these games. And I'm like, please don't put a hole in my apartment because I can't get my deposit back if you do that.
Let me catch you. Let me catch you looking at my screen.
Exactly.
Halo 1.
Well, it was serious.
Let me catch you, dude.
It was serious.
Yeah. You got serious back in the day.
Here's the thing is, this is what people don't understand. Like everybody would have is 4 people to an Xbox. Everybody bring their Xbox over. I had a hub set up and people would just plug in. But like we would literally have like fucking, it was like remember how you used to build like camp houses, like a camp at your house, like with like the sheets and stuff over the bed and make that's how we're 18, 19 years old building these fucking things. Like
so there's a popular map called Blood Gulch in Halo 1, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And we used to, when we used to play, we had all the boys and stuff like that. But there's a couple of sniper spots that you could like transverse to back and forth, and try to, because when you shoot a sniper in Halo 1, you had that gas trail, right?
Yeah.
So you can kind of see if you saw it shoot, you can kind of spot where he was, right? But I used to have this spot that like I would transverse, and I remember one of the boys, going to the bathroom, but what he's trying to do is sneak a peek.
He's trying to see where you are,
where I was, but I had a code. I think it was with you or somebody that if I knew where the sniper was going or something like that, I would have my drink on a napkin, and it would be like left was that one spot, and the left was the other spot.
Yeah,
and they would it was just like that's just how it was. But if you get caught, oh buddy, you ready? Better buckle up. Better bow up.
So let me brag on Ed. Ed was really good at Halo, like really good at Halo.
I was I was unstoppable on Halo.
Anybody can be good with the sniper rifle, but Ed was fucking phenomenal with the pistol. Like Ed was just
across the fucking. That's back when across the screen,
dude.
Headshots,
dude.
Across
Ed
the
was
map.
It was popping with the pistol. I was only good with the needler. Once I got the needler, I was dangerous because it would just go all over the place, and I would just fucking spin around and start shooting everybody.
Yeah.
But God, man, those are great, dude. And here's the thing is, and what people don't understand is we would fucking start playing at like 4 p.m. to like 6 the next morning. Like we wouldn't even fucking stop playing. Like we didn't care about women, and we didn't care about getting bitches.
And it's just not the same nowadays.
It's
like
not,
with
man.
Real multiplayer, like you're playing online, you talking to headset, whatever. But like being there and like, you guys take a break, go out there, whatever, drink a beer, talk about little things, and you guys continue. There's a lot of more companionship, camaraderie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In those groups, in those local.
My house turned into a smoke fest because everybody's smoking cigarettes and Black and Milds and shit. Like this fucking house is like. And here's the thing: is like your girlfriend can break up with you, you don't even give a fuck. You're like, okay, yeah, bye, okay, whatever, and you're back to playing.
Yeah,
nobody gave a shit.
This was the shit back in the day,
dude. Nothing can come between this.
I mean, people still do it, but it's
not
few and far between. It's not the same.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
But if you guys do have a close group of friends that are, you're still friends with, man, fucking do some local multiplayer, dog.
Yeah, man.
There's nothing, you can't beat it. All right, Grant. My number 6 is the Game Genie, Game Shark eras.
It's a good one. Oh man,
remember that Game Shark? I think was for Xbox or something.
I didn't know. Here's the thing. I remember when I first got the Game Genie, I didn't know I thought it was a new game. Like I thought it was a game. Like I thought it was you needed the cartridge to play this game. Like I thought it was a game. Like I didn't know it was like codes and shit. I was like, why does this game look the same?
This was before mods, ladies and gentlemen. I know Nexus mods. Oh boy. No, this is what the mods were. You had to get this damn thing. But it broke the games wide open, buddy.
And once I had the Game Genie, Double Dragon 3 kicked its ass. Oh yeah.
But yeah, Game Shark 2 was pretty big on the
I was kind of out of it by then, like out of the cheat codes stage when Genie.
Well, that
Game
was
Shark
like the Xbox thing.
Yeah.
You know, the first Xbox. Game Shark was kind of big, a little bit, you know. But yeah, man. Game Genie. Go ahead.
Number 6, Saturday morning cartoon commercials, game commercials. Remember how like they're just like they were just over the top.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, Saturday morning cartoons in general, and then like the video game commercials that came with it.
Dude, like the old Mario Brothers show and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yes.
All right. Being that we remember that, we got to play it.
We
got to play it. Got to play this.
Hey, paisanos! It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
I should love it.
With the Mario Brothers and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. If your sink is in trouble, you can call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers. Hooked on the brothers. Yo, you're in for a treat, so hang on to your seat.
Yeah, Grant.
They're like the least looking Italian people ever.
The troopers, the princess, and the others. Hanging with the plumbers, you'll be hooked on the brothers to the bridge.
Do you remember?
No one can hear you over this, Grant. Why do you talk?
Do you remember the MC Hammer commercial? I mean, cartoon.
Yep.
Hammer Man. Hammer Man.
Dude. And they had the Adventures of Link or whatever.
Dude, that was terrible, but then it was great.
It's still back in the day. It was like, holy,
I know.
Show of Link and Zelda.
Do you remember the original Sonic the Hedgehog commercial? I mean,
yeah, that's what prepared
cartoon?
artists. You're exactly right. The old Zelda segments. That's what we're talking about.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you remember the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon?
Yeah,
the first one.
The first one.
Yep.
It was great. Yeah,
dude. I go ahead and tell you, Saturday morning cartoon, Gummy Bears, the Real Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
The first Ninja Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, dude.
God, man, I used to love Gummy Bears. That was my favorite.
Thundercats, the original Thundercats.
Yep.
He-Man. What?
G.I. Joe.
Kids, it's like, well, Netflix, get to fucking watch everything.
I know. You don't.
Dude, you remember, when Dragon Ball Z first came to the States?
I never want to hear people talk about pain. Do not talk about pain.
We had to wake up at 4 a.m. to watch Dragon Ball Z on Saturday mornings.
And I don't want to hear people talking about, first of all, people watch Dragon Ball 𝐾𝐾 because it doesn't have all the filler episodes. First of all, we used to have to watch all the ones where Goku got his driver's license and the worthless ones. So, nothing was worse than whenever he would get to Namek and then it would start the fuck back over. It took 3 years to get new episodes.
Oh my God, that was pain, dude. But boy, when we got them videos.
Oh yeah. It had 3 episodes on the video.
Finally got to see Goku.
Yeah.
Turn Super Saiyan.
I know, that was the greatest thing.
Beat the fuck out of Frieza.
And girls were like, "You want to hang out with us?" No,
there's nothing better than that, dude. I used to have my dude. I remember when Dragon Ball Z, what was it, during the Cell saga or something like that, or maybe the Boo saga. I used to my whole basketball team would come over to my house to watch Dragon Ball Z because I had the videotapes.
See, back then you had to you couldn't talk about Dragon Ball Z because you'd be a nerd. Now, if you talk about Dragon Ball Z, you're getting pussy out the world. The world's just in an imbalanced place right now. I don't know what's going on.
Captain N and the Game Master prepared artist said, "Yep,
that's true." I remember old Captain N.
Yep, dude.
Anyway. Remember that game? Do you remember that game show? And I used to always want to be on it. It was on Nickelodeon. It was the arcade game. It's like where they would get into the. You remember that game?
I do.
There was a show. What was it called? Nick's Arcade. I think that's what it's called. Nick's Arcade.
Nick's Arcade? Let me make sure. Nick's Arcade.
What's it called? Nick's Arcade? And then they had the one that was like Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah. Nick Arcade, 92.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep.
And they would
Yeah,
like ask video game trivia, and like the kids wouldn't know it. They're like, I don't know. And I'm like yelling at the TV. I'm like, it's fucking Mario, you fat fuck. While I was fat myself.
eating Twinkie and everything.
I was eating movie theater butter popcorn, probably 2 bags at that time.
All right.
I didn't really do a good job of watching my calorie intake at that time of my life.
No. All right. What was that? All right. My number 5, Grant, was LAN parties. All right. So we'll keep going. All right. So go ahead.
Number 5. These were like Bibles to gamers. The video game manual.
I mean, the manuals, right?
Dude, that would be the first thing I would do. If I rented a game or if I bought a game, first thing I do is I sit there and I just read the manual. Especially if I'm riding with home. Like if I rented a game and I was on my way home, I'm just reading the manual. And I'd read it the whole time. Those and what you looking at?
I'm trying to pull up the image.
Oh, those and like walkthrough guide books. They weren't even guides. Like you can just pull up a walkthrough now and tell you how to beat the game. You had to buy the books. I think I still have my Breath of Fire 2 walkthrough guides book somewhere. It was like $50. It was like this thick.
Dude, I remember that old Baldur's Gate game manual.
Dude, it was huge.
I gotta pull that up. That was a Bible, dude.
That's what I'm saying. The
game manuals were like that was like the cool part of the game because when you first got it with your mom and dad or whatever, they got it for you, and you on the ride home you'd fucking open up that game manual and start reading into the game.
I know, because when I got the first Ninja Turtles game and I saw what the game looked like, I was like, this ain't the one from the arcade.
I don't know if this is a good. Yeah, this is a pretty decent picture of it. I remember this coming in like the PC version, dude. Oh my god, dude. Let me pull this up. Here, I want to share it. Here it is. Dude, you remember these? Like, that's Baldur's Gate 2 PC game manual, dude. Yeah, dude. That was back when BioWare was worth the shit. But anyway, yeah, dude. I mean,
dude, I remember old computer games. You had to code. You had to like match up this thing. You know, had to match certain things up to get the code to put the game in to play the game.
I remember the Super Metroid game manual. Remember you had the characters in there. It had the cool artwork and stuff. Like reading through it, it
was beautiful, man. They took their time and they now it's like I remember them slowly getting less and less. Like you'd buy a PlayStation 3 game and it had like 2 pages of like how to play the game, like controllers, and that's it. Like it didn't have nothing about the game on there. Like that was the whole point. Like I used to look, so dude, I would sit there like Street Fighter 2 on the way home. I'd read every character, where they're from, what martial arts they master, what their blood. I remember they had their blood type on there. I didn't even care. You
even have like the monsters in Zelda manuals and stuff. You have the monsters and what they are, and like tiny little lore tidbits.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays Ubisoft says, you don't own your games.
Yeah,
it has to all be digital. And they don't put a lot of work in their game manuals anymore.
Let's go back to 1992. It's a good year.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Number 4, Grant. I mean, kids will never understand this. They will not. They cannot comprehend this, dude. Dude, let me pull this picture up. Renting games.
Oh man,
Blockbuster or your local video game or video store or like Hollywood Video. You remember Hollywood?
You used to call and get it reserved. Can you hold it for me while I come up there and get it?
Yeah. This is where I first saw Chrono Trigger for the first time. I didn't know what it was. I mean, I wasn't tracking it was coming out. I mean, I just saw Squaresoft on it and I saw Chrono Trigger and it was available.
Dude, we lived in a small town before we moved to Starkville. When I moved to Starkville and Starkville got a Blockbuster, it was like the greatest thing in the world. Because you remember they had movie gallery for the longest. It was a movie gallery. But when Blockbuster opened up, it was like, oh my God, there's like 7 of one game. Holy shit.
Yeah. Like if you had and getting that last copy, dude.
Oh, it was the best.
Like of a popular game you knew was coming out, getting that copy.
Or it being gone and you being pissed the whole weekend.
Yeah, dude. It's the same thing with movies too.
Yeah, I'm saying it was a coin. You know, either you're gonna be really happy or really pissed.
But they would they would never have that feeling anymore. Like that feeling of getting that game. That only copy.
You know what's funny is back then, you know, because we all knew everybody in the town of Starkville, you know, that we went to school with, is if somebody rented the game that you wanted, you could be like, hey, when are you going to take it back? When are you going to take the game back?
That's great, prepared artist, dude. I worked at Hollywood Video in Ohio. That's
cool.
Awesome.
That is cool.
I bet you like the game you want to come out. I bet you're like,
put
it's not out yet. Let me put it on the side. Let me put it in the corner. No, it's not out yet. We don't have that game yet. Yeah,
UPS hasn't shown up yet. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. But yeah, no patch notes, no reviews. I mean, it was just let me try this game out.
Let's look at the back of the cover. I mean, let's look at the back of the box.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Number 4.
Go ahead.
Get the power, Nintendo power. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. So,
dude, Nintendo Power
game magazines or Nintendo Power?
Nintendo Power. Like that was. Here's the thing about game magazines. There was game magazines, and then there was Nintendo Power. Like it was Nintendo Power was
for
different.
a while.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like even when they covered, other like. All the other ones, they cover Nintendo games. Nintendo Power, they did it right.
What is this? I wanted to pull this up. This was one of my favorite ones. I don't know why this was.
I showed you all my game magazines I found. I got to go through them and see what I got.
Dude, I got some gems. I had a library of Nintendo Power.
They're probably worth thousands. And your dad was like, I don't want these.
Like the original Zelda 2 one.
Like, get the shit out of my house.
That gold one that was like Link's Awakening or something like that. Dude, I had so many of them. Here, I
remember I finally got a subscription.
This is the one that it was just from my childhood. I just remember so much. Like it was just a cool cover.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy is I remember seeing. I have a Nintendo Power, and inside was the card that you can get a subscription. Because you couldn't just call them and do it like on the internet. You had to like send this motherfucker in the mail. You had to like mail it in, with a check. Dude, it was $14.99 for a year subscription to Nintendo Power.
I know.
Now it's like $14.99 for like anything.
But boy, when you told your like parents about a $14.99 year,
I know, my dad was like, I can't afford that shit. Get out of here.
Dude, that's arm and leg back then.
I know, man.
No way.
I know.
Now $14.99 is like a fucking monthly Netflix.
Dude, that's like, it was just like, man, it's like you think back all the times and it's like gas is, dude, I remember gas was 89 cents a gallon. Like I didn't understand what that was. I just thought, it was, whatever. Now you're paying for it yourself.
DuckTales. That was a good game too. It
was a great game.
I loved DuckTales.
Sure was.
My number 3, Grant, was game manuals. All right, so we can keep going. You were number 3?
Number 3. Pixel art perfection.
Oh, God, yeah.
8-bit, 16-bit, Mega Man, Castlevania, Chrono Trigger. Man, the thing about it is like, even though the character, it seems like kids, we had so much imagination back then because like
we did.
The characters didn't look like what they were supposed to be, but that didn't bother us. We, in our mind, drew the pictures in our head and made it what it was supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
Like, Mega Man didn't really look like a robot. He looked like just a big blue dot with eyes and shot just little eggs out of his hand, But to us, he was a fully equipped robot that was ready to massacre anybody.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what I'm saying.
Imagination, dude.
Exactly, dude.
I remember the first Final Fantasy game on Nintendo.
Yep.
It was like playing a epic saga in your head. Because I would think of like all the characters I made at the beginning, the fighter and all that stuff. Yeah. I just played out this like epic saga adventure that I went on in Final Fantasy when I was a kid. This man, like, oh dude, seeing this screen for the first time.
When that sword came down, you're like, oh my God, this is the greatest graphics ever. It'll never get better than this.
And the beginning of the game is when it's raining.
Yeah.
Link, you remember that?
It's like the first time you've seen rain in the game. You're like, oh, what is that? It's like surreal.
Yeah, dude. All right. All right. Let me remove that. Number 2. Yeah, number 2. All right. Number 2, Grant. Something that used to piss me the hell off. A lot of people that didn't go through this time just don't understand the struggle.
Oh, yeah.
The struggle. Grant, my number 2 is dial-up internet and getting kicked off.
Oh, boy.
Getting kicked off when someone called.
Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. You ever try to watch porn on dial-up internet?
Yeah.
That was bad. It would take you all day to download.
Actually, no, I don't think I remember that.
Me, I did. I remember I used to look. Here's the thing is, you could tell it was like girlswithbigtits.com or girlswithbigboobs.com, and it would pull up.
God damn.
But here's the thing is, it would pull up, and then like it would take 45 minutes just to look at one picture. You'd be there like this staring at
Dude,
it.
like playing like raiding in EverQuest or something.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
And someone called, it was done. You're dead. They'll probably kick you from the party.
And then it took
it's
45
over.
minutes to get back on.
Yeah. Dial up internet, dude.
Yep.
People just don't understand the struggle back in the day. Just don't understand the struggle.
You couldn't goon back then.
Now, if you don't have 1 gig of speed, that's slow internet.
Yeah.
All right. Grant, you're number 2.
Number 2, man. It's sad, man. People will never understand arcade culture. People will never, ever in their lives live. Remember when you put the fucking quarter down and I got down? Remember that?
Oh, I remember that.
That's what I'm saying. Like nobody remembers fucking nobody will ever stand in line.
I got to give my props to some places that keep it alive, though.
That's good.
And some places do a good job.
Yes, that is good. But I'm talking about just overall in the world. Like you would go to Aladdin's castle. You would have a line, somebody on the left who's winning, somebody on the right. This is the challenger line. Everybody would meet Big Joe, the fucking best Mortal Kombat player in the tri-state area or whatever it is. But that's what you did. You took your quarter because everything was a quarter or a token. And you walk out there like you badass. I got down. Put that motherfucker down and you get beat. But you know what? You just go get back in line because you had more coins. Nobody fought. Nobody got in arguments because they had rules. Winner stays.
I used to get some people mad though.
That's
I
what I'm
remember
saying,
being like
you know
years old and whooping some grown dude at like Samurai Showdown or something like that.
But you know what I mean.
And you can get some people mad.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
You just pressing buttons. You just pressing buttons.
So
nah,
you're
bro,
not.
I know them combos, bro.
Apparently, you're not pressing buttons. But no, my point is like we had rules, man. Winner stays, loser gets to the back of the line, and you just keep going and then whenever the winner line loses, the winner stays and goes to the back of the line, and you did that, and there was no fuckery. Everybody got along. There was no fighting. There was no. I mean, you talk shit when you're playing. I mean, that was part of it. I mean, but you didn't say shit like to start fighting.
Yeah, remember like Gauntlet, dude. The Knights of the Round.
Yeah,
remember those like awesome games.
Knights of the Round. I used to think because it looked like Golden Axe.
Yeah. King of Fighters or King of Dragons.
King of Dragons, yeah. They had King of Dragons.
Yeah,
and they
King
had
of Dragons was one.
Then they had the WWE game, the
Afterburner.
WWF. Oh, dude, Afterburner. That was the first game.
The motorcycle one.
Afterburner was the first game I remember that took 2 coins. That and Dragon's Lair.
Oh, yeah, Dragon's Lair. Yeah, Dragon's Lair, dude, you could go through some money. Like, you could go through your entire $10 your dad gave you or something.
$10? I'd be lucky if I got 5. I got $5. I can be...
you go be playing Space Invaders or something.
For real. Something I can... Skee ball, something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But they still got... They still got some good
Yeah,
places.
but I mean...
It's not the same, but...
It's not the same. I'm just talking about the generation. I'm talking about just the...
because, arcades was a thing. Like to go to the arcade was a event.
Well, exactly. Because because here's the thing is when you're a kid, nobody ever wanted to go to the mall and shop for clothes. Like I don't want to shop for clothes, My mom buying me fat ass clothes from the thing because I was fat and had to get the special size, all that other stuff. She's like, well, you got to try them on. You got to try on your 42 Huskies or whatever pants. But I was like, no.
God dang, boy.
You
were a big kid, dude.
No, it wasn't that big, but it was like 34 Husky. I know that's what the thing is like. I didn't know what that was, so I told somebody, they were like, oh, you got to get the special fat size. I did, boy. It was funny. No, but then I would go to the arcade, and here's the thing is you used to leave your kids in the arcade and nobody fucking come and kidnap them.
No.
They'd be right there.
It was a safe area. No one mess with you.
Fucking safe hell, area. Man. That's what I'm saying. Let's go back to 1992.
Well, damn. All right, Grant.
I don't know if I want to go back. I had to go back at skinny self because I couldn't go through all that again. That was a lot of work. That was a lot of exercise.
Yeah. All right, Grant. Here's my number 1. It's pretty easy. Pretty simple concept. You remember blowing into cartridges?
It's my number 1. That is my number one. Yep.
Yeah. This was magic.
Oh, yeah.
And it worked. I'm telling you, I would die on my deathbed. Do not ever tell me blowing into cartridges never worked because it worked. It worked 90% of the fucking time,
dude.
If your game wasn't working,
I wouldn't. So sometimes it would be so fucked up. I would have to. I invented a trick, and I probably fucked the game up, but it worked. I would take a butter knife and wrap a napkin around it, and I'd go there and I'd clean that motherfucker out, and it worked.
Yeah,
it worked. I mean, you'd blow inside the Nintendo. I mean, you would pick it up and move it around and not really hit it hard, but you'd tap it a little bit, you know, because you thought that you had the special tap, like Fonzie with the jukebox, right?
Yep.
And then, because like when your game would glitch out, like you'd be playing, and next thing you know, like half the screen's off the TV. It's all different colors and shit.
This still works. That's right, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Still works, dude.
Do I do that on everything?
It's either blowing into it or your spit gets on the damn chipboard and does something. I don't know, but it works.
I used to dry it off, man. Here's the thing: you would use all the don't use alcohol, motherfucker. Pour alcohol in there, and next thing you know, it's still working. Shit.
All right.
But blowing on things works. It blows. They didn't come out right.
But you got a good experience with that.
They didn't quite come out as right.
Yeah, you got some good experience with that.
That's not what I wanted to say. That's not how I meant it.
Oh, buddy. All right. Grant. That was the top 10. Top 10.
It's a good top 10.
Top 10 things only middle-aged gamers remember. All
Except the last part of what I said. We don't remember that.
Blowing on things. Yeah, we know you, Grant. It's all right. It's 2025, Grant. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Grant. Last subject of the podcast.
Well, we had some
last subject of the podcast.
We've had 2 shitty games.
Wonder what we're going to get this week.
I don't know, man.
All right. Last subject of the podcast is a random game roulette. This is where we ask AI to give us a random game from any era or console, and we either know it and talk about it, or we learn a little video game history. We've got some doozies in the past.
Yeah.
God, what was the one we got last week?
Drake and the 99 Dragons.
Yeah. God, that looked garbage.
Terrible.
But we did get Chrono Trigger a couple weeks back.
Yeah, but I mean,
so there's some
now when you get the best game.
But then you get Superman 64 after that.
Oh, God, we got the worst game. So now we're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants now.
All right. And being nice to AI does not work, Grant, because it gave us 2 shitty ones in a row. Okay.
Yeah, don't be nice to it. No, ask it like an asshole this time.
All right. Give me a very random game, you piece of shit.
There you go. Motherfucking right now.
Give me a very random game from any era or any console, you stupid bastard.
There you go. Watch it like ban your account. I'll have to take over.
All right. Let's see what this guy gets.
Did you say stupid bastard? Did you call it a stupid bastard?
Yeah, I called it a stupid bastard.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What it is, go give us one of them Japanese games.
The
like
fuck
that fighting
is this? Game. Fuck. What the fuck is this game, dude?
I don't know. I told you.
I've never. Did this come out in America?
I don't know what system.
Surely, I don't know. I'm about to share. God.
It ain't like that stupid fighting game we got that one time, right? Where everybody like giants and
what? All right, on PlayStation 2.
Does it have a American name, or is it like Fuji Noki Doki Doki?
Maybe I do remember this game. Looks, nah, I don't know. All right, anyway, here let me pull up a picture for you.
Another shitty game.
What the fuck? All right, pulling the picture up now. And let me know if you know this game. Save image. Let me do another image just in case that one's shitty. All right. Pulling up image now, Grant. And let me know if you know this, because I don't think I do.
I probably do. I'll take it.
Let's see if this is a good image. There we go. It's Get-To Man.
I do not know this game.
You don't know this game?
What is this, like a bootleg? What is he?
I have no fucking idea, dude. I've never heard of this game. I don't think I have. I don't know if it's based off a popular anime.
Is it Gitaru or is it Gitaru?
Gitaru?
Because he's holding a Gitaru. He's holding a guitar. He's holding a guitar.
I would probably say so. But guitar, yeah, maybe gitaru. Gitaru man. Gitaru man in Japanese. It's gitaru. Gitaru. Gitaru man. It makes sense, yeah. Guitar. Gitaru. Gitaru man. Gitaru man. Random facts.
Doesn't sound like that.
Shut the fuck up. All right. Let's do this. Let's do random facts real quick. Ready for some random facts, Grant?
I don't know. I don't think I am. But
AI is thinking right now. It doesn't.
Let's probably have to
what the
go
fuck
back
is this game?
It's probably have to dive deep into the archives.
All right, here are some random facts about Gitaru Man. All right, it's a quirky rhythm action game developed by 𝐬𝐲.
It's right there on the cover.
𝐬𝐲. Same people that did Dynasty Warriors, right? I'm pretty sure they did, right? 𝐬𝐲. And this for the PlayStation 2 and later PSP. Okay, inspired by Japanese pop culture, Gitaru Man's vibrant art style and eccentric characters draw heavily from anime and J-pop aesthetics. Oh, God. J-pop. With a mix of absurd humor and colorful visuals unique to the early 2000 Japanese games. Protagonist alter ego. The main character, 𝐸-1, okay, is a shy, awkward kid who transforms into the confident Gitaru Man.
You don't know 𝐸-1?
Yeah, 𝐸-1. I know you too. Confident Gitaru Man when wielding his magical guitar-shaped weapon gifted by his talking dog Puma.
It's an axe, man. That's what they call it. It was a
diverse
axe.
Soundtrack from notable songs to B-Jam Blues and Enough Respect. Oh,
you don't know what the B-Jam Blues are, huh?
Shit, B-Jam. I know what Booze Clues Blues is.
I forgot.
Blues Clues Blues. Anyway, whatever that thing was. Then you had another song called Enough Respect. I don't know if that was like a Japanese rap song or something.
It's probably like I say PlayStation 2. It's probably like Little John the East Side Boys.
I haven't even heard these other games too. Developed by the rhythm game pioneers, INIS, and the studio behind Gitaru Man, later created other rhythm hits like Osu, Patakai,
they're like saying all these games like we know what they are.
And Elite Beat Agents, known for the innovative music-based gameplay.
I
remember Parappa the Rapper on PlayStation 1.
Well,
I don't remember these others.
That was my nickname when I was 16.
Oh, yeah, it was? No, more like fucking lard fuck. Anyway.
Fat fuck.
All right. All right, so short but replayable. Main story is only about 2 to 3 hours long with 10 stages. Difficulty charm encourages players to master the songs and earn high scores. The cultural cameo, villainous Zowie, flamboyant antagonist, was inspired by glam rock icons like David Bowie. Okay, so Zoe. Got it. All right, so the evil version of David Bowie reflected in his name and theatrical design.
Why did they say flamboyant, though?
Well, David Bowie was kind of flamboyant.
No, but I thought David Bowie got the hose.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but like, let's see.
Maybe I'm wrong.
But the way he dressed.
Well, didn't everybody dress like that in the 80s?
No. David Bowie's gay.
I didn't know that.
So he's flamboyant. So that makes sense. So Zoe was flamboyant just like David Bowie.
I didn't know David Bowie was gay. Maybe I did.
In 1972, he announced he was gay back in the day.
How am I supposed to know that?
I just looked it up and Googled it.
Whatever.
It's called the Internet, Grant.
Whatever. You dream about it.
All right. There's an obscure, before we get into the gameplay, there's an obscure Easter egg in the game
that nobody's going to understand.
In the game's files, unused voice clips and debug menus suggest additional content, like extra songs or characters. Was planned, but never implemented. Okay. Whatever.
That was a great bug. Nobody gives a shit.
Gitaru Man had a PSP remake too. Called
Gitaru
Man Lives.
Just play the damn game.
All right, you ready for that gameplay?
No, but let's do it anyway.
It might be good, dude.
It's part of the gig.
Hey, make sure you get the IGN score ready.
Oh, yeah.
Unless they don't have one, since I think this only came out.
They have one for everything.
Yeah. So Gitaru Man PS2 gameplay. Let's look at this beautiful gameplay footage. Ooh.
Oh, God. They have a score.
Oh, yeah?
So, oh, boy. Go ahead. You don't want to know what it is?
Just wait. No. I remember that music.
Now, are you ready? 1,
Well, this had to have come out in the West.
4.
Whoever's playing this fucking sucks. Who's playing this?
Yeah, that's right.
He's shredding that ass. Motherfucking slash.
Get it. That's one.
It's a very Japanese game. I can see why this is fucking entertaining. It's like Ed playing.
It's very wide range of fucking genres here, dude.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Like
keep.
it just went from like Guns N' Roses to fucking Carlos Santana.
Are now together as one, the Gitaru's true form, possessing incredible powers.
Powers like what?
Awesome powers that only the
That's a
Almighty.
fall from his head.
Well, anyway, it's the best Gitaru ever.
All right, that's enough of Gitaru, man.
So what do you think?
Gitaru, man. What?
So look at this game and think of IGN. Let's just do this for. Let's just do some outside of the box thinking here. What do you think if you look at this game and you know what IGN is? What do you think they gave this game?
I got to put myself back in that era, though, dude.
Okay, you don't really have to because
See,
it would
PlayStation
work.
2, we had a lot of great games in PlayStation 2.
We did.
PlayStation 2 probably had the best library of
It's
games.
the best system. It was.
I couldn't imagine this being any better than what they had. So I would say IGN, though, they probably gave it like an 8.
8.5.
Ooh, shit.
This game is almost as good as Final Fantasy VII.
Oh my god.
According to their score.
Well, it's better than Final Fantasy VII. They gave Final Fantasy VII 8.3.
That's right. They sure did.
So this is better than Final Fantasy VII. By IGN standards.
I hate IGN and I hate this game. Never mention Gitaru Man again.
All right. Well, that was our random game roulette. Gitaru Man.
Shut up.
Gitaru Man.
Anyway. That's it? Were you about to bow? You're about to bow. You're about to bow, aren't you?
Yeah, I was about to, but you interrupted me. So I'm not going to bow anymore.
You're not Asian. You can't bow. Don't do that.
I mean, I lived in Okinawa for 6 years total, so I'm just saying.
You're what they call a guy.
𝐬𝐿𝐫𝐵𝐿.
You're a gaijin.
Locals, they call me 𝐬𝐿𝐫𝐿.
Gaijin.
Yeah, I was the raging gaijin.
I can't think of that. Nothing rhymes with gaijin. Anyway. All right, guys. That's our podcast. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all go follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, X. Fucking, we got a lot of shit. There's a social media for it. We got
They
it.
used to call me Musashi in Japan too.
Nope.
Just saying.
They just called you Lardo. Anyway. Anyway, guys. If y'all got a top 10 y'all want us to do, leave it in the comments. You can either now you can leave it on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, leave it on Facebook. We'll find it. We'll put it in. We'll put it in the queue, and we'll do it.
They used to call me Masamune too.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They called you stupid white guy.
Go ahead, keep going.
Okay. Oh man. Anyway, so anything you want to add? What else do they fucking called you in Japan? What else they used to call you? Got anything else you want to add?
I mean, they used to call me Minamoto too.
They call you Mini. Oh man, come on, man. We gotta go. All right, guys. Anything else you gotta add?
No, yeah, go check out our YouTube. We got tons of shit on there.
Yeah,
I mean, God, we got so much shit on there. We need more followers, more subscribers. Go check all the stuff out. We appreciate everyone that has joined, very much so. And I don't know, just check out our playlist on YouTube.
Do it.
Top 10s, random game roulettes, all of the shit's on there.
Yep. And we will see y'all Tuesday. Peace.
Also, go to the podcast Apple. Shut up. Podcasts. Just search DMG Gaming Podcasts, any fucking platform that you think we're on.
And leave us a good review. How about that?
Yeah.
Because we get bombarded by a bunch of people who hate us, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's true. So. Yeah, they used to call me Kojima too. Because I'm a video game master.
No, they didn't. Nobody called you that. They called you Hungry Man TV Dinner Boy.
Kojima Productions is named after me.
Nope. They called you fat ass who ate at Hardee's all the time. All right, guys. We will see y'all Tuesday. Peace.
Peace.